The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of Oldham High School's football starts now.
Welcome to Crestwood, Kentucky, one of Kentucky and his top rivalries rekindled tonight. Chris LeBar, he's Marty Lowe, former University of Louisville Cardinal. It's great to have you with us. North Oldham and South Oldham tonight. This Mustang program is really taken off. You feel like Brock Roberts in year two has him going in the right direction.
It really appears that. I've talked to enough coaches, coaches around the, around the city, and, it's respectable, what he's done, and to really look at, over time and where this program's been and then where they're at right now. So definitely have them on the up and up.
This is a very prolific offense, back-to-back, over 50-plus, and they've got a very good quarterback kind of flying under the radar locally. Yeah,
Colin Daniels, transferring from Christian Academy and now, settled in here after 3 games and doing well, and, they're able to run the ball, got a couple good, really good receivers, that take some heat off of that too. So it's good to see him flying high.
South Oldham with a winning culture, second-year head coach Kane Sams, and this team reliant on a very strong defense.
Definitely trying to, win the ball control, offensively running the ball as well, and watching their defense, get after, and hopefully they can take the air out of the ball a little bit tonight, against North Oldham.
It's great to have you here. South Oldham, they've won the last 9 in this matchup. Up next, we'll chat with Brock Roberts, head coach of the Mustangs. Be right back after this.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Trying to be a responsible citizen and the best recycler you can be, but you just aren't sure what goes where? Google Oldham County Waste Wizard and check out the Wizard search engine. Just type in the name of your mystery item and see what pops up. It will tell you whether it goes in the trash, recycle bin, or donations. It tells you how to discard troublesome items like paint and televisions. Can you believe it even tells you how to get rid of a boat? Oldham County Waste Wizard. Do you believe in magic?
This message funded by Oldham County Solid Waste Management.
Your surprisingly great rates? Contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville. This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Anderson Sales and Service in Crestwood, making your life easier with quality products and quality service. Find out more at andersonsales.com.
Brock, you guys look poised to have a really strong season. What are a couple of keys in the early success?
I would start with just our off-season training and the work that we put in the weight room and during spring ball. I think that is probably the most important reason for the fast start, if you will. Our guys really work super hard in the weight room in December and throughout the winter. And then we were able to actually have an official spring period this year, a spring ball period. And I think that kind of allowed us to hit the ground running this summer.
This team has a different look. This program has a different look than it's had in prior years. What's the identity of this program at this point?
Offensively, our identity is, we're a spread. I don't like to use the word pass first too much because we like to be balanced, but we're a spread, no huddle, up tempo, offense, and then defensively, we're a gritty, hard nosed defense, but we hang our hat on stopping the run. We're big believers that in order to advance in the playoffs, advance far in the playoffs, you have to be able to stop the run. So we've really focused and honed in this offseason on putting together a defense that can stop the run, and then just hard work and a team mentality is kind of our identity. We want to work hard. We want our kids to have fun while playing football, but find that equal balance of fun and hard work.
You've assembled an offense that's really impressive. Back-to-back 54-plus evenings. What more can fans expect from this Mustang offense?
I think it's tough for defenses to defend us when you have some of the type of playmakers that we have with Luke Tompkins and Grace Schmidl, and then the offensive line that we have that has been phenomenal. They're kind of the leaders of our unit. Everyone that actually knows the game of football knows that football is won in the trenches, even though they don't get the credit that they deserve, but maybe in the newspaper or with the media. In order for us to continue to be successful and score the points that we have scored and want to continue to score, it starts up front. So I think fans can expect a balanced attack, running game and passing game, but hopefully we can continue to light up the scoreboard like we have been.
South Oldham 2-1. What's your early assessment of the Dragons?
Well coached. They are disciplined. They are physical. They do a great job. They have a winning culture, and it's to the point where we have told our kids this week that half the battle was just believing, because South Oldham has had our number for 9 years. Even though we feel like we're equally, if not more talented this year, 50% of it is between the ears. So we have to believe that we can actually get the job done. But South Oldham is going to be tough. It's a rivalry game, so you have to expect a lot of emotion, and you have to play discipline against a team like South Oldham.
You'll play some bigger games this year, in theory, with perhaps a district championship postseason looming. But what is the significance of Friday night to try to break that 9-game string?
This is a huge game, not only for our players, but for our fans, for our community, for the school. Being fairly new to this school, I didn't really know what to expect last year, but now that I got a year under my belt, everyone has made it clear and made it known to me just how important this game is. It's not a rivalry if one school is not carrying their weight, and at the end of the day, we haven't carried our weight in the last decade or so. So it's our job to kind of make this thing a rivalry again, and hopefully get on the winning side of things for the first time in 9 years. I know, like I mentioned, it's going to be very emotional. It's going to be a great atmosphere, and we're just super excited for the opportunity.
Pre-game thoughts to head coach Brock Roberts. We'll be right back after this.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
Proud supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals, because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street, or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future.
From tools and equipment to tips on finishing your project, see the helpful folks at Crestwood Hardware, your locally owned Ace Hardware store. Built on more than a century of service, Crestwood Hardware offers Oldham County's best and most convenient selection of products for your home, farm, or garden. Visit Crestwood Hardware at 6536 West Highway 22, phone 502-241-8491. And for rewards when you shop, download the Ace Hardware app.
Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit operationparent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
When you need protection and peace of mind with superior service, contact Jay Hall at Insurance Associates in LaGrange. Choose from their range of policies that cover what you value most, including dozens of top-name insurance companies like Westfield. For more information and a free, no-obligation quote, call 502-222-9558. Insurance Associates at 204 West Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Insurance for all areas of your life. Time matters, and when you need a fast and easy car wash, try Clementine's. Family owned and open 24 hours a day. Clementine's is a touchless wash that can make your car look as good as new in as little as 3 minutes. Visit them at Kroger Fuel Center at 2010 Highway 53 in LaGrange. Clementine's, a proud supporter of high school athletics and juiced by Thomas Car Wash.
You're watching Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Welcome back to Crestwood. Chris LeBar alongside former University of Louisville Cardinal Marty Lowe. It's great to have you with us. Tonight's weather forecast presented by Kinzer & Kinzer. They're locally owned and proud to support high school athletics on Glycod. At Kinzer & Kinzer, they deliver clean, comfortable air, and the weather has certainly improved over the course of the days. You take a look at the Kinzer & Kinzer information. It is becoming a clear and a sunny evening, a little brisk, temps in the low 70s, and a perfect week 4 football.
You can tell fall's setting in. It's September now, so, I'm sure people are always happy to kind of get to this part of the year where it feels like even more football weather.
What do you make of Coach Roberts' comments and the upward trajectory of this program?
I just look at focus. I mean, the guy came in with, energy to take the position that he did, and, he's pulled in a few athletes, with Colin Daniels transferring, which helps things out, and then the wide receivers that he's got, and the balanced running game too. So he's really weight room and instilling some confidence that they deserve to be where they are. So I think the kids have really kind of bought in, and now here they sit.
He talked about offense, the balance that it starts up front, and not a lot locally gets talked about. Left tackle Grady Anthony, he's a U of L commit. He's been rock solid now for 3 years at that position.
Yeah, I tell you what, if I get in short yardage situation, I'm just handing the ball right behind him, and we'll definitely continue to move the chains if I'm making the decision. So it's good to see him, in that offensive line taking over and really allowing that balance that they need.
These two teams are very different in many ways. One of the commonalities is a strong defense. North Oldham +4 on turnovers. No team has had 100 yards rushing per game. And then you look at South collectively, they've not even given up 100 in 3 games.
Yeah, so, North Oldham's defense, really – we'll see if they can contain that run game, and, the athletes of South Oldham running around. So, you got 5A versus 4A, and, I'm sure the South Oldham got a little chip on their shoulder, too, to see if, North's played anybody. So it'll be nice, especially with a rivalry game as well.
Kane Sam's in year 2 at South Oldham, and he'll join us next. We're 13 minutes ahead of kickoff in Crestwood. More coverage in just a minute.
Time matters, and when you need a fast and easy car wash, try Clementine's. Family owned and open 24 hours a day. Clementine's is a touchless wash that can make your car look as good as new in as little as 3 minutes. Visit them at Kroger Fuel Center at 2010 Highway 53 in LaGrange. Clementine's, a proud supporter of high school athletics and juiced by Thomas Car Wash.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in, like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Looking to ease the stress of running a business? Then count on the accountants at Kelly King & Company. They offer a wide array of services, including taxes, payroll, and bookkeeping, while providing deep analysis and strategic guidance to help you make sound, smart business decisions. Contact Troy in Crestwood at 502-241-5656 or visit them online at kingcpa.net. Kelly King & Company, proudly serving and supporting Oldham County for generations and a dedicated partner to small business.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Glycon on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycon. Trying to be a responsible citizen and the best recycler you can be, but you just aren't sure what goes where? Google Oldham County Waste Wizard and check out the Wizard search engine. Just type in the name of your mystery item and see what pops up. It will tell you whether it goes in the trash, recycle bin, or donations. It tells you how to discard troublesome items like paint and televisions. Can you believe it even tells you how to get rid of a boat? Oldham County Waste Wizard, do you believe in magic?
This message funded by Oldham County Solid Waste Management.
You're watching Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Back live at South Oldham High School, Coach Kane Sams joins me, head coach of the Dragons. 2 straight wins, Coach. What's been the key to the turnaround?
A lot of respect to all the teams that we've played this year. It's us being able to be at home has helped the last 2. I mean, we've had a couple scrimmages away in our first opening game away, and then just kind of getting into the groove and rhythm a little bit and establishing some trust within each other, building some resiliency.
You've been a part of this program in different levels for several years now. As you look at 2024, what do you want the stamp on this program to be? I want to maximize our capabilities, and I don't know what that is, but I want to, I want to be as efficient as we can be with the players and personnel that we have made available to us. And obviously every coach has a lot of goals, but my goal is just maximizing our boys' talents. Your defense, Coach, on paper anyway, it looks like a very strong part of your team. 99 yards total rushing allowed. What's made them so strong this year?
We had a lot of returners from last season's defense. And, last season, our opening game against Anderson, Ohio, we only had 2 or 3 total starts out of that group of 11. So, we were really young, but we knew that there was a lot of potential and possibilities with that group, and returning about 9 of those 11, and a lot of them have emerged to be leaders on our team, not only on our defense, but they're just well-rounded kids that want to win. So having a lot of game experience back definitely has helped. It helps integrating our defense. They're not thinking near as much, and that's even something that we've tried to simplify on the off season. So, just keeping football simple for them and letting them play fast with the confidence that they've developed over the last couple of seasons.
A couple guys wanted to ask you about both Parker Ellis and Davis Larson. Davis, 17 tackles last week. Just speak about those two guys and what they bring to the table.
Yeah, Davis is a long-rangey outside linebacker. He could play safety in a couple of schemes. He's a good athlete. He's a multi-sport guy playing baseball also. So he's a really good competitor. He's worked a lot on his body and developing his strength and his own physicality. That's really what's jumped off the most between him this year and last year is his physicality, and he kind of hunts for it. He looks for ways to be physical. And that's elevated his game. And Parker's a leader on our team. I mean, he's a hard-nosed thumper who is willing to do whatever it takes. I mean, he's up for any drill, any competition, any time. And they're definitely two foundational pieces in our group.
As you take on North Oldham now for the second year as head coach of South, how does this version of North look different than what they had last year?
I personally think, and I've been in the county now for a while. I started off whenever I got into this county, I was coaching at Oldham County, and it was, Billy Martin's last 2 years when I was there. And I think this is the best team, since I think the 14 team when they went to the semis. I think without a doubt, this is the second best team. They're very, very well-rounded. It's going to be obviously a very high energy, high emotion game with it being a rivalry. It always is. But this is the most complete North Oldham team I've coached against in the last 10 years. I think Coach Roberts does a great job over there. Their boys are playing really, really good, and they're electric on offense, and they're very stout on defense. So it's going to be by far our biggest test of the season outside of like Anderson, Ohio.
South has won 9 straight. Obviously, North very hungry to get that win. How large of a concern is that for you and your staff?
Yeah, I only focus really on us. I know that we could be a milestone win for them, and that's true. And any time that there's been 9 consecutive wins, that's the one you want, especially when it's a backyard rivalry. For us, they're our next opponent, and they've got the same exact amount of respect from us this week as we gave to Spencer last week and Nelson the week before that. It doesn't mean it's not more important because it is a county rivalry. It means a lot more to more people than it did maybe when we were playing Spencer. I mean, we're going to have a lot of people's attention tonight on Friday. So, I know the significance of this game. I know what it means to both of our programs. But I like the Dragons. I think that I know our work ethic and what we've done this off season. We're banged up coming into the game, but whenever you do it all the right way, I think that we've built enough resilience to weather North Storm, and I know that they're going to have an amazing game plan for us.
Good luck tonight, Coach. Thank you for your time.
Appreciate you.
Head Coach Kane Sams. We'll be right back after this.
From tools and equipment to tips on finishing your project, see the helpful folks at Crestwood Hardware, your locally owned Ace Hardware store. Built on more than a century of service, Crestwood Hardware offers Oldham County's best and most convenient selection of products for your home, farm, or garden. Visit Crestwood Hardware at 6536 West Highway 22, phone 502-241-8491. And for rewards when you shop, download the Ace Hardware app.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Blinds Direct, not just blinds. Blinds Direct, not just blinds.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank. Building our community together.
You cannot depend on Beth to choose the best meal to go.
Is that soup? No, thank you.
But you can always depend on her car starting because she has an Interstate battery. Outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville. Proud supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future. When you need protection and peace of mind with superior service, contact Jay Hall at Insurance Associates in LaGrange. Choose from their range of policies that cover what you value most, including dozens of top-name insurance companies like Westfield. For more information and a free no-obligation quote, call 502-222-9558. Insurance Associates at 204 West Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Insurance for all areas of your life.
You're watching Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Tonight's keys to the game are presented by Clementine's Car Wash, located in the Kroger Fuel Center in LaGrange, and juiced by Thomas Car Wash. A huge thank you to Clementine's for their support of high school athletics on Glycod. You can sign up for any wash membership for savings at Clementine'sCarWash.com. For North Oldham, what's most important, Marty?
Continuing that balanced attack. You know, they've got to be able to put it in the air, obviously, and use those wide receivers, but, you know, being able to handle that run game, to be able to control things, you know, because South does a pretty good job stopping the run. So that's first and foremost, definitely continuing that balanced attack.
And for South Oldham, this is certainly a Dragons team that, led by their defense, is going to be very important again for them this evening.
I think just getting off the field, I mean, like I said, neutralizing, but, you know, trying to rely on that defense and, you know, get the ball back to their offense to be able to use that run game, you know, to control things, you know, and really control possessions and the clock. You know, that's huge, I think, for South, and hopefully they'll put some pressure on North, okay, to where, you know, maybe get some turnovers, but it'll definitely start with their defense and the pressure.
Kickoff next from Glycod.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in. Like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut. And the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
Trying to be a responsible citizen and the best recycler you can be, but you just aren't sure what goes where? Google Oldham County Waste Wizard and check out the Wizard search engine. Just type in the name of your mystery item and see what pops up. It will tell you whether it goes in the trash, recycle bin, or donations. It tells you how to discard troublesome items like paint and televisions. Can you believe it even tells you how to get rid of a boat? Oldham County Waste Wizard, do you believe in magic?
This message funded by Oldham County Solid Waste Management.
From Glycod, it's Oldham High School's football. Tonight's game is brought to you by Oldham County Solid Waste Management, featuring the Waste Wizard search engine. Anderson's Sales and Service, a top choice for homeowners and lawn professionals. Kinzer & Kinzer, delivering clean, comfortable air. State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilly. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. German American Bank, serving our community since 1910. LaGrange Service Center. Mortensen Family Dental. Operation Parent. and Financial Solutions Incorporated. Now to the field for all the action of Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Welcome back to Crestwood alongside former Cardinal Marty Lowe. I'm Chris LeBar, our camera operator, Joe O'Malley, Steve Bird, our executive producer. Welcome aboard. It's week 4 on Glycod. A huge one tonight in Crestwood. South Oldham winners over North the last 9 years. And the Dragons will start with the football. Great crowd on hand, and the weather has perked up significantly. It is a flawless evening, clear sky, slight breeze, and should be a magnificent matchup.
Good to get this rivalry game underway.
Dragons will send back Julian Miles and Anthony Dixon, awaiting the Mustang kickoff. Big game atmosphere. It's only week 4, but certainly a huge atmosphere indicative of a cross-county matchup. And Miles will cradle inside the 10 for South Oldham. And Miles brought down right at the 25-yard line.
He ran a little apprehensive, but definitely got out to the 25 to set up shop.
South Oldham offense quarterbacked by first-year quarterback starter Ethan Arnold, 6'1 senior. Left side of the line has Cooper Bohannon and Matthew Pinaritos. The center is Brady Schott, right side. Ben Salmon and Matt Osborne will start in place of Matt Wells at right tackle. First down and 10 for South Oldham. And Arnold with an inside handoff, and Miles parading across 25 to the 28. This is a South Oldham offense, heavy relying on the run, averaging over 143 per game.
Come out in that tight set. You got 3 running backs in the backfield with the wing back, and ran a power play off the right side, but with 8 in the box from North Oldham, they corralled him pretty quickly, but he did pick up 3.
So second down and 7. Julian Miles, Cole Greenwell, and Evan Hickerson, the 3 primary targets, at least in the backfield for South. And when they spread it out, Anthony Dixon is their primary tall receiver they'll throw to. We might have an early timeout.
It looks like they're bringing Miles in to quarterback. I don't know if Arnold.
Well, South Oldham timeout. We'll step aside, be back in 30 seconds. Just underway tonight. We'll have more coverage in just a moment.
Lines direct, not just blinds. Lines direct, not just blinds.
You're watching Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Just underway in Crestwood. South Oldham second down and 7 after burning an early timeout. And some miscommunication here on the near side as a few of the linemen trot off to the near sideline. And some early boo birds out. As South got 3 players light, and now they're going to shuffle on 2 more linemen, 3 linemen. What's going on, Marty?
I'm not sure, and they got their backup quarterback. I don't know if they had equipment issues and they were making them adjust that before they could come back on, because Arnold, the quarterback, came off also.
So Adrian Miles is the backup quarterback, 6'1", 170-pound sophomore. And he, for this sequence anyway, will be under center in an I formation. with Julian Miles, the deepest of the backs, and there's an inside handoff and a first down for South Oldham.
That's such a quick hitter with that fullback, right in the left side A gap. They even blitzed. North Oldham blitzed off the left B gap, kind of blitzed away from the run. So pretty good call by South Oldham to counteract that blitz.
The 37-yard line, gain of about 13 yards. North Oldham's defense coordinated by Randy McGraw. This is a unit +4 on turnovers and led by a very stout front with Swaggart, Childress, and A.J. Paul at one defensive end spot. First down and 10. And there's a handoff. This is a Bratcher with it towed up to the 39-yard line.
Same play again. They're going to make them stop it, which, North Oldham stood up and gave them 2 off of that one, but they came back and ran the same play to the fullback.
So Luke Hatcher with back-to-back totes. Second down and 9 to South Oldham, trying to methodically control early clock here in this first quarter on the first drive of the game.
You like to see a big fullback get the ball like that 2 times in a row.
Arnold in a gun. And another handoff. That's 3 in a row as the ball covered up by Luke Hatcher to the 30, make it the 45-yard line, and it's third down and 2.
So spread them out, little orbit motion, try to get a little misdirection and get some linebackers to move and get themselves out of the gap. So really opened it up to set it up for third and short. This is the real key for South Oldham's offense, too, to stay ahead of the chains with this short yardage.
We told you about the Mustang front. The back 7 includes Vance, Fidel, Mortensen, and Davis, McRoberts, Volo, Tompkins, and Kingston Dugan. It's third and short, and going to be close to a first down, perhaps a second movement of the chains for South, and the officials will signal first down.
A quick hitter. Running back running a little tall, but definitely was low enough for Kay to get the yard necessary. So chains continue to move for South.
Back-to-back carries for South Oldham running game, and it's first down and 10 as Miles nets a first down. Arnold leaving it with Hatcher again.
Nice call on first down, spread them out. You got 4 wides, 2 on each side, and then give the ball back inside to the big guy. But they're trying to definitely get North Oldham spread out as much as possible, but they're still sitting in a one high safety look. Trying to force a little more pressure in the box.
From the Mustang 48, Arnold rolling right, and he may tuck it and run. He will, and brought down a couple yards short to the first down.
It's a little drop back right there, 3 by 1 set with 3 receivers to the right. He took a peek to the left to throw the hitch just to see if it was there, but the backer was under it, so then it just turns into a rollout, and I think he kind of predetermined he was going to run that one immediately with the outside linebacker to the right dropping into coverage. He's a great athlete running the ball there.
Mustangs inching their way down the field, third down and short. They've had a couple of these third down and less than 3 on the first drive of the game. Dragons yet to put it in the air in an I formation. And some movement, it appears.
They were definitely coming back to the fullback off the left side, okay, with a quick hitter, and North Oldham's going to have to slant or angle or kind of overshift to kind of take some of that away because they're going to keep taking it until they stop it, especially short yardage. So we'll see how they handle the third and long here.
They're down and 7 back at the Mustang 49-yard line. It's been a great first drive for South Oldham. Certainly one of their keys was ball control and keep the prolific Mustang offense off the field. At the North 48 as Arnold zings it across. It's brought down Evan Hickerson. He's very tight and close to a first down.
Let's see if they give it. So run pass option, pulls it out, okay, off the run they've showed. Wide receiver spots up, right in the slot. Right in the window, okay. Great throw by Arnold. First down.
The fourth first down on this initial drive, as the Mustangs began inside their 20, and now they'll take it to the North Oldham 42-yard line, elapsing 5 minutes off the first quarter clock. The three receivers split to the top with Miles in the slot. Arnold's going to look to Julian Miles, and Miles with some comrades down the sideline, and he'll squeeze out for a first down across the 35-yard line.
Great call on the run pass option. Still had it called for them to fake the run or possibly give it to the running back off the left side, but pulled it out with the linebackers outside playing in tight, to be able to throw that quick bubble screen. Good decision by the quarterback.
It's Miles' 7th grab of the year. And Arnold, 2 for his first 2 in South Oldham. Down at the North Oldham 35-yard line, nearly halfway complete of this first quarter. And Arnold's going to call his own number and inch for a couple inside.
They got everybody active in the run game right now. Even those bubble screens are just long sweeps or long runs outside like that. So, good ball control here, giving everybody an opportunity.
McCain Sam certainly spreading the wealth on this drive. And what have you seen from North's run defense on this first drive?
They're just continuing to shift from a three down to a 4 down, okay, whether they cover the center or not, trying to handle the run game. But, with those 2 safeties deep like that, they're going to continue to run that ball like that, obviously with short yardage.
Some hard-earned yards from Luke Hatcher. And that's going to be a first down as Hatcher again nets a movement of the sticks for South.
With short yardage and still having 2 safeties back on the hash, that's a little interesting, though, from North Oldham's defense when you're in short yardage like that, and especially getting backed up into your end zone as they continue to march down the field.
A very methodical march now at the North Oldham 31-yard line. And a strong hit in the backfield, a tackle for a loss for North Oldham.
So went to 1 safety, which getting 8 in the box, and then they pinched the 2 defensive tackles down, okay? So they're starting to get a little movement to try to help, in those run lanes.
Looked like Carlin Swaggart on the stop, coming over from the edge. A loss of a couple.
See how they adjust defensively now that they're in 2nd and 10.
This North Oldham team on the season has yet to surrender 100 yards on the ground. That's certainly going to be tested tonight. Already has been as the ball's on the ground, but scooped up by Arnold. And Arnold lost back to the 38-yard line.
Busted play. Came out to hand it off, put the ball down. I think he actually hit it on the lineman's leg, if I'm not mistaken, but was able to pick it up and got ran down off the left side, unfortunately, trying to make something out of nothing.
It looked like Sam Volo out there on the edge, and back-to-back tackles for loss, and South Oldham now reverting 3rd down and about 13.
This is dangerous territory for South, okay, at least being in this yardage situation. It's not really where they'd like to be.
Ball squared up on the near hash mark with 3 out to the meat of the field, and Arnold's going to select from 3. Miles bobbles, and Miles back to about the 36-yard line, and North Oldham will hold.
With a decision to make. I'm spotting up at the 36-yard line, right hash, a little bubble screen, just still trying to take care of the ball, not make too many dangerous decisions this early, especially the way they've been moving the ball. So looks like that they're sitting tight in 4th and long, staying on.
This is certainly the really the meat of the field there, kind of no man's land.
Definitely making a decision from here, but to control it or to punt it down and keep them deep. But it's still early in the game, obviously at 0-0.
And Arnold in the shotgun. Fourth and long as Arnold faces pressure, escapes the pocket, floats it forward, and a first down on 4th down and 11 as the ball's thrown out in the flat. That's Kenji Cordes.
Boy, with pressure right up the middle in his face immediately. Great job of eluding the rush to his left. And the best part is once he worked toward the hash of getting his eyes back up, with the receiver sitting right outside on the numbers, ready to receive it. So first down, still moving. Great play.
Cordes' second catch of the season. As he's wrapped up by Luke Tompkins, and South inside the north red zone on first down and 10. And Greenwell with his first tote for a couple.
He's handing it up the middle, and continue to go back to that control now that we're inside the 20.
You're going on about a 10-minute drive here to start this football game.
That's exactly, if I'm South, that's exactly where I want to start the game and continue it, and to be able to control things. Great job making these play calls also to give each one of these guys an opportunity.
Julian Miles split out at the top of your screen. And Arnold rolling to the north side. He's going to zing it towards the boundary. And there is a penalty.
Might have late hit on the quarterback after the release. I'm not sure if he let him go or.
That ball was incomplete in the end zone. Of course, there is a flag as well.
It's a great job on the bootleg. Now pulling it out and letting Arnold roll out to the right and kind of working a levels flood concept out to the right. He was able to hold it to work the guy in the back of the end zone on the comeback. Pretty good throw, just couldn't come up with it, but obviously flags on the field. Oh, holding.
So that goes against South. Dragons converting on 3 third downs and a 4th down on this drive.
Huge 4th down play.
And the line of scrimmage now perched at the 25, so 2nd down and about 17.
Like to chip away at about half of this if they decide to put it up in the air.
There's Arnold rolling right, and he's going to float it for an incomplete pass.
I would have thought they would have called that right there because it seemed to be inside the tackle box, and we got a flip flag outside down right now, so let's see what they come up with.
Let's take another look at that as the North Oldham pressure. That was Grayson Vance coming up the gut.
Definitely held it quite a bit, even though he was getting pressure on his running back on the fake as well. I thought he would have kind of bailed out a lot quicker. Yeah, they're going to get it to him.
So back-to-back infractions on this drive. Yeah, South Oldham had taken it inside the 15.
As they sort it out.
Yeah, they are trying to
get it sorted out.
You see some signs of life from this North defense.
Grounding. That's what I felt. If he could have got out a lot earlier, he could at least made a better decision if he wanted to burn it, throw it away. Really working, losing the down as well. So we're looking at 3rd in the parking lot here for distance. So really got to make up some ground, but take care of the football. Here's the biggest thing right there, the first drive. Make sure you take care of the football here. Don't take your momentum away.
Here's Arnold awaiting the snap from Brady Schatt, the center. First drive of the game, no score. South Oldham
facing third down and long. Arnold rolling to the left, and he's going to sneak across the 30 and dive down to the 26. He'll pick up some of that yardage.
Good third and long call. If you're not going to look to a slow screen or something to slow everybody down, at least roll him out and give him an opportunity to make something out of it. Get as many as you can, and then we can make decisions for fourth down, which now they decided to pin them.
So from the 28-yard line, it'll be fourth down at about 18. As Julian Miles will rugby pooch it. And that's a wonderfully executed punt down inside the 2-yard line.
That is great communication between that punter. Whether it was open or not, he was going to run it. He had the option, okay, and then the receiver did a great job of not holding the outside guy with the ball in the air, okay, and still been able to make that play and get his feet down.
So North Oldham's offense on the field. First time we've had a glance at the potent Mustang O.
Got them backed up here, which kind of cuts off a lot of play calls, especially on your first 10 calls for the game, especially trying to control it coming out and inside your 5.
Averaging 42 points per game. They've had 54 in back-to-back weeks. And the Cal transfer, Colin Daniels, 6'5", 210-pound junior, is the quarterback. And Daniel certainly passes the eye test back there with all that length.
He's a good-sized quarterback. He definitely is at 6'5".
Got a pair of running backs, Mortensen, Dugan. And nice defense there by South Oldham, forcing the Mustang ball carrier back for a half-yard loss.
It's a stout front 4 right there, okay, and they stood those offensive linemen up, okay, and gave up no ground, that's for sure. No yards. See how confident this second down and 9 call is going to be. Might have to call the
well, they're going to take it to the turn. No score after 1. North Oldham from inside there, 2. They'll have it second down and long. We'll see you on the other side. Thanks for joining us, Week 4. I'm Chris LeBar. He's Marty Lowe. Back after this on Glycod.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Trying to be a responsible citizen and the best recycler you can be, but you just aren't sure what goes where? Google Oldham County Waste Wizard and check out the Wizard search engine. Just type in the name of your mystery item and see what pops up. It will tell you whether it goes in the trash, recycle bin, or donations. It tells you how to discard troublesome items like paint and televisions. Can you believe it even tells you how to get rid of a boat? Oldham County Waste Wizard, do you believe in magic?
This message funded by Oldham County Solid Waste Management.
You're watching Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
North Oldham from inside their own 3. We'll have it on the first drive of the game, second down at 10. A great atmosphere tonight for Week 4 live from Crestwood.
Nothing better than seeing both student bodies packed and excited, okay, to cheer on their respective schools.
Daniels in the shotgun for North Oldham. It's Kingston Dugan back behind him, and then just a plethora of receivers. Gray Schmidl and Luke Tompkins, the primary duo. We'll tell you much more about them this evening. As Daniels out in the flat. And North Oldham, that's Jacoby McRoberts, and McRoberts out to about the 8 and a little cushion.
Yeah, they got numbers out to the right side with 3 receivers out to the right and only 2 defensive guys and a safety deep like that. They're going to make a call from the sideline every time to flip that screen out there, okay, when they got numbers to block and to run. So definitely gets them a good situation for third down.
McRoberts, his 3rd grab of the year. He moonlights as the North Oldham punter. And it's third down and about 4 looming for North. Coach Brock Roberts calls the plays. He says he's got a very balanced offense, but this team very potent throwing the ball. As Daniels to the meat of the field. Zings it, and that ball's grabbed. First catch for Gray Schmidl, and a Mustang first down.
Still got a roll out left, with a flood concept, just trying to outnumber South Oldham, defensively on their left side. Definitely flooding that side, okay, and make a decision, okay, how the outside linebacker plays it. So good decision by Daniels.
Schmidl, 19 grabs on the year, 139 in a stellar career. And North Oldham, first down and 10 from about their 13-yard line. And there's Dugan, and Dugan across the 25, and a little burst and a first down.
Excellent cut off of that, okay, with the slant, okay, and the movement from the defensive lineman and linebackers over the top. Great eyesight, working back, especially from the pistol set being behind the quarterback. Good eyesight.
And North Oldham in a hurry up. They'll pound it inside again.
I like the adjustment of the pace once they cross the 20-yard line, by them offensively, but almost an exchange issue with the quarterback and with Daniels and Dugan in the backfield right there too, whether he was going to pull it out or not.
Mustangs 4 returning starters on the O-line from last year. Anthony left tackle, Steed left guard, Sidlowski the center, Harrison McGraw, sophomore, returning at right guard. The only newbie is sophomore right tackle Willie Sequeira. Coach Roberts loves that front, and it's second down and 8 in an empty formation. Is Daniels. He's looking for Tompkins, and he'll come up empty.
So watch him in a game versus Fern Creek and them, putting 4 receivers to the right and then watching the defense shift all the way out there. So it left him that one-on-one out here to try to get Tompkins, okay, deep. He puts a little air under that ball, okay. He's definitely walking in the end zone, okay. Look from there, but defense definitely overshifted.
Mustangs 1 for 1 on third down. They'll have a second opportunity. This one third down and long. The earlier conversion, third down and short. Dugan in the backfield as Daniels faces pressure, steps up in the pocket, and that ball is grabbed by Schmidl very close to the stick, and we'll see where they spot it.
It's pretty close. Great climb in the pocket from pressure and to elude the pressure right in his face, and a quick slide left and able to get the ball out of his hand. Lucky with it hanging up in the air like that, okay, that they didn't catch sight of it early and end up intercepting it, but great catch.
Schmidl 2 for 2 on targets. Forward progress will net a Mustang first down. Three receivers, staircase formation to the near side. Connor Nesmith lined up on the near sideline out on an island. As Daniels leaves with Dugan, and a shifty run by Dugan, and he's across the 50, and Dugan fleet of foot as he's tripped up at the 25-yard line.
That was a great stiff arm in the middle of the field too. So same decisions, they put the 3 receivers out to the left. South Oldham manned them up, had an extra guy outside, not that many in the box, so they just count them up, and Daniels makes a decision to hand it off, and Dugan has one less to deal with the offensive line, and great job cutting, okay, all the way back.
Kingston Dugan with a big chunk run, this of about 31 yards unofficially, as North Oldham back at it, first down and 10. And Dugan this time to the near side.
Choosing inside-outside runs there, okay, versus that defense. But I really like how when they're getting first downs, they're immediately on the ball and trying to pressure attack South Oldham's defense.
Dugan, the Oldham County transfer. Zach Mortensen, a very efficient rusher between the tackles. And Dugan, clearly a nice change of pace. So second down and long for North, trying to counter with a lengthy drive of their own as South Oldham elapsing about 11 minutes in the first quarter with no points. And it's second and long as Daniels on a hitch and into triple coverage almost. It one hops Schmidl.
Tried to pump the screen, okay, and try to draw them up, but, you know, as you mentioned, okay, they had already fell off, okay, into double coverage. You know, obviously brought that one back.
Third down and long, under 8 in this very competitive first half. Might be looking at 4-down territory right here.
I would definitely think so.
Daniels in the shotgun. And Daniels gonna one hop right at the 18-yard line. And for the moment anyway, South Oldham's defense will hold.
Definitely an errant throw by Daniels. You really didn't get a whole lot on that throw, that's for sure. I mean, straight down into the turf, you know, with a wide open Tompkins.
Kingston Dugan will spell Zach Mortensen on this 4th down and long. As North Oldham staring at their first 4th down conversion of the evening. And Daniels with a low snap. And Daniels will jet for a first down across the 15-yard line and a scamper of 12.
Good decision, good movement in the pocket, you know, getting outside like that. He felt like he made about 4 decisions right there on the run of what he was going to do, whether keep it or run it, but, you know, not as fleet of foot as Arnold, the South Oldham quarterback, but first downs are first downs, so continuing to move.
Now keep in mind this drive commenced, if you will, back inside the 5-yard line, about the 2-yard line.
Yeah.
First down at 10. As North Oldham inside the South Oldham red zone at the 15. And Dugan around the left edge. There's Davis Larson in for the stop.
Solid 5 yards off the left side right there. Good push on that left side of the offensive line. South Oldham's having to make decisions of how they want to cover down to the receivers or commit a guy into the box for the run. So good decisions being made, okay, at the quarterback position.
Mustangs have had some very successful drives this year. I'm not sure they've had one. It's taken them 98 yards should this one complete in the end zone. And Daniels with a float and an easy completion down inside the 2-yard line. Gray Schmidl again with a grab.
Good misdirection there. Good misdirection pulling out. I had pressure by the South Oldham defense, you know, coming off the left side a little bit in the middle. But he was able to evade it and get the ball out of his hand quickly.
The first down and goal for North. What a great drive by the Mustangs.
Both teams so far, you know, putting together good, good first drives. South Oldham just not successful completely on their first one.
Got an infraction of some point. It's a sideline warning, so in essence, de facto penalty, if you will. So first down and goal. Both Mortensen and Dugan in the backfield adjacent to Daniels. That's Mortensen donning number 2 to the left. Dugan with the call, and Dugan in for a Mustang touchdown.
First down run, give it to your big guy. Give it to your running back off the left side and just let him hopefully bulldoze in. So great finish of a long, long drive.
Dugan with a big 35-plus yard rush on that drive. Only fitting that he would take it in. And North Oldham will try the point after. Evan Smith is their normal kicker. And a very solid start for both teams offensively. The only difference, North able to convert when they were down tight. South could not. Smith 7 of 8 on extra points on to try to add one to the tally. And the Mustangs lead 7-0. You're watching Week 4 on Glycon. We'll be right back.
Line Direct, not just blinds. Line Direct, not just blinds.
You're watching Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
This broadcast is authorized by South Oldham High School with production rights owned by Glycod Media. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation for all student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. Thank you for watching. 98-yard drive for North, punctuated by a Kingston Dugan 2-yard plunge. And North Oldham on top, Marty.
You know, it just shows you that, we can handle incomplete passes. I mean, even if you throw one in the dirt or throw it away or whatever, but, the penalties, which hurt South, in their drive, that's what really is tough to overcome.
And South Oldham with another opportunity. Miles and Dixon back, and this one short and captured at the 10. As Julian Miles, nice return. Still churning the legs across the 35-yard line.
You got to like seeing that, man. The kid just keeps his feet moving and rides the wave for about another 6 or 7 yards.
Coming up at halftime, we'll update the ticker, keep you posted on all the action around the area. Week 4, some great games this evening at Oldham County at Collins. Colonel's off to a nice start. Oldham County 3-0, and they'll, of course, take on and host South Oldham. Next week, we'll have it for you right here. It's first down and 10 as the Dragons back to work for the second drive in this game. 2 receivers each side. And some laundry.
It's a tough way to start it, but started out with the empty set and a jet sweep, but did not get to complete it. Could have had a chance off the left side, so 1st and 15.
Great look at the North Oldham contingent. This rivalry so hotly contested in the county in these 3 weeks. 3 weeks throughout the fall calendar. It's a round robin, if you will, and just outstanding community and school representation for these 3 proud programs. First down and 15 on the menu for South. As Arnold, he's going to keep it himself, and Arnold upended back at the 31.
Felt like once he faked that, if he'd have kept it back inside a little bit more, there definitely looked like a seam, back inside if he'd have cut it back right. But, decided to bounce it a little bit more and only picked up 1.
That was Sam Volo with his second stop. Volo, an impressive senior. And it'll be second down and long for South Oldham. Dragons began this game with the football, so a very important drive as potentially North Oldham could connect a couple of drives in the meat of this game. 1 to close this quarter, 1 to open the next. Second down and long. And a Dragon timeout. Quick 30-second stop and play. We'll be right back after this.
From tools and equipment to tips on finishing your project, see the helpful folks at Crestwood Hardware, your locally owned Ace Hardware store. Built on more than a century of service, Crestwood Hardware offers Oldham County's best and most convenient selection of products for your home, farm, or garden. Visit Crestwood Hardware, 6536 West Highway 22, phone 502-241-8491. And for rewards when you shop, download the Ace Hardware app.
You're watching Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Chris Labar, Marty Lowe back live in Crestwood. Second down and long after South Oldham calls their second early timeout. And Arnold out in the flat, and that ball is grasped, but a loss of a couple back to the 31-yard line.
I'm just trying to get a quick one, okay, and just pop a quick screen out there and let him catch and run. So, good idea, but, knee hits the ground and we stumble. So that wasn't as fruitful as they probably could have been.
That was Anthony Dixon with his 5th catch of the year, and it's 3rd down and long again for South.
Like that they're still trying to control things without testing their receivers and their passing game, too quickly.
3 receivers to the top. Yes, Arnold on 3rd down and long. He's going to look for an incomplete pass, and there is a flag. As the pass intended for South Oldham's Max Madsen. And a flag out here in the open field.
Yeah, he had Mortz in the corner, okay, kind of, got in his way, didn't allow him, okay, to be able to continue to run the route, and he pulled up a little bit too, which sold it pretty well, so pulled a flag out of that one, that's for sure, but
so only a 10-yard penalty. It's not an automatic first down, so okay, so 3rd down and 13. It will be a first down, excuse me. And that's a big sequence on 3rd down and long.
That helps.
From the 45-yard line.
Quick hitter. That's been successful.
There's the battering ram, Luke Hatcher. And Hatcher with a 9-yard chunk on first down.
Well, fullback's getting a lot of work right here off that left side right now, so they continue to work it until they stop it. And let's see if they'll come back and try it again as they did in the first series.
That's very close to a first down as Hatcher. He's had some very lengthy runs, some 8 to 12-yard skirmishes inside the tackles, and it's 2nd down and short. And Arnold, he's going to float it to the near side. That's Hickerson, and Hickerson around the corner, and a first down up to the 31-yard line, and that's going to be a gain of about 18 yards.
Great job running the option off of the fullback dive. Give them the same thing they've been seeing on defense and then pull it out. Option pitch, and the free safety's late to get downhill to be able to get the running back down. So big gain, big gain.
Hickerson with 2 nice runs in this first half, and South Oldham on the march. First down and 10 just outside the north 30-yard line. There's Julian Miles, and Miles spinning close to the 20, and that's going to be another first down.
Boy, the big push from the interior part of that offensive line, okay, is impressive right now in this series with the quick fullback dive and then the run off the left side right there with the misdirection. Send the fullback to the right, hold the linebackers with a quick step, and then bring it back to the left side so it kind of catches them. Catches those linebackers.
From the North Oldham 20-yard line, South Oldham with possession, tiptoeing under 3 minutes in this first half. I formation. And a flip to the near side. Here comes Hickerson, and Hickerson squeezing down the sideline out near the 10, and apparently another Dragon first down.
You would think at this point that Tompkins is their free safety for North Oldham's got to be the most bored guy on defense, so they would coach him to play a little tighter so he could get downhill on that option, but he's definitely late to the party.
It'll be first down and goal. Again, South Oldham controlling the clock in this first half. 2 lengthy drives, but they need points on this possession. Hickerson pounding his way across the 5-yard line.
Great cut to avoid the first defender. Allow him to get some positive yards out of that and push forward.
And we're going to keep things here. South Oldham. Marty calls their... Oh, they checked that. They changed it. It's a North Oldham timeout. So the Mustangs, I thought that might be the case. North Oldham will pause play. 2nd down and goal coming up. Great crowd on hand.
Already got it down to 2 minutes in the second quarter. That's been ball control from both teams. You know, when they've had the ball, they definitely moved the chains, and you know, no turnovers, clean game, few penalties from South Oldham on their first that, you know, cost them. But it's been a pretty clean game. Well called game, both sides.
Now the difference thus far in this game, certainly some penalties for South Oldham in the first drive hindered their ability. They had it inside the 15 and then were backed all the way up. And now late in this half, they'll have it second down and goal. Greenwell, the decoys. Arnold leaks around the corner, and he's down inside the 1.
Oh, yeah, got him down right inside. 9 in the box, pulled it out from the fullback dive, and great job giving it to your athlete getting outside. You got D lineman pinching down inside to handle that fullback dive right there. So good call by the quarterback of pulling it out and keeping it.
And I'm not sure South Oldham's in a big hurry here with a $128.5. 2 cracks at it from the doorstep as Arnold lunging and barreling his way, and South Oldham is on the board.
Big push. Oh, they called it from spinning the ball, so they're going to get a personal foul, I would imagine, for Arnold spinning the ball.
The score should count as we take another look. Arnold in for the touchdown. His 6th all-purpose score of the year, but some theatrics post.
Love the excitement, really do. Never got to score many touchdowns, but just thought about what if I did, what would I do, and I never really got that opportunity.
So I don't think Howard would have liked that, Marty.
I don't think so, but I appreciate the exuberance by Arnold, but, you know, you can't do that. Not at this level.
So keep the score on the board, and now you're looking at a very lengthy extra point from Aiden Orther. His long field goal's 32 yards, and in essence, this is going to be not a 36-yarder.
He set that about 4 yards from the ball. I was like, I don't know if it needs to be that close. Then he readjusted the tee back to the normal 7. That's a good little distance for an extra point.
We'll call it a 36-yard extra point. Adrian Miles, the holder. Aiden Orther, the kicker. And Orther, it's blocked. And North Oldham, for the moment, will lead 7-6.
Not much lift on that extra point either. I know he was trying to drive it, but not a whole lot of lift on that, you know, so not real hard to kind of get up the middle to block it.
So North Oldham will perhaps have the football twice in succession to close this half, and that was a big play there, that block extra point, followed by the penalty after the Ethan Arnold touchdown.
So 1:20, and you got one timeout from North Oldham, so, you know, hopefully you can put your 2-minute offense into play and work the sidelines and be able to save that timeout to you get yourself close enough to field goal range and then make some decisions.
Coming up at halftime, we'll chat with Courier Journal sports columnist Jason Frakes. He is here tonight for their big game. We'll catch up with Jason and also update the ticker. Lots going on in the area and some key games, including a couple locally airing on Glyca. So what's the mentality for North? You still have 2 timeouts.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you still be able to work things and work your 2-minute offense, but, you know, you got to get those first 2 first downs first and then kind of see where you are and make some decisions where you're going to set up camp for a field goal or whether you can actually press it. But, you know, you need at least one good long run, you know, even though you want to maybe dump it if they give it to you, you know, short throws and take what the defense gives, but hopefully miss a tackle. But still plenty of time to work 2-minute offense.
And North Oldham, that's Gray Schmidl on the near side. Is Schmidl inching his way down the 40, and he is still in play, and Schmidl upended at the 43-yard line.
That was an excellent working right side, and then, man, he just put the brakes on, okay, and got back to the left side, okay, before the return team could adjust, and then he hit the afterburners and was gone. That was a great run. Ran through a couple of tackles, too, to get extra, so we're really set up good on the other side of the 50.
Well, we got a penalty, apparently, or they're just marking it back.
I guess he touched the sideline.
So Schmidl back at midfield or thereabouts. So no infraction. Schmidl just out of bounds at the South Oldham 49-yard line. First down and 10. Empty set for Daniels, and he's blasted from the backside. Blake Dickamore with a sack.
Excellent off the left side, never saw it.
North Oldham is going to call timeout as we take another look, and Dickamore like a freight train around the edge.
Linebacker coming off that left side, okay, and I mean, he's an empty protection, so that's on the quarterback, you know, with the linebacker coming. And nobody protect. Definitely what you don't want to see happen on first down or in your 2-minute offense is taking sacks like that, but, you know, he's got to be heads up to understand he's an empty protection, or the ball's got to come out quicker.
So the Mustangs still one timeout remaining as they just called timeout, followed by that sack. And back now at the North Oldham 44-yard line. The three receivers out to the far as Daniels tries to set it up and will. That's Tompkins' first catch. He'll cradle it and lunge to about the 48-yard line.
South Oldham stayed with the same call, bringing the linebacker from the left side. Still didn't pick him up, but they had a tunnel screen to the right, hoping to catch him in a little bit of a pressure look and hit the seam and run out of it.
They're down and about a dozen as Daniels rolling. Tompkins could not hang on, but a flag.
Tompkins crossed all the way from the left side, too, and just took a little bit of time to get there, but then overthrew him. Like to see a receiver move to the open space like he did also.
This is a big penalty coming up.
Big discussion in the middle of the field.
Where it was thrown in the secondary would lead you to believe it might be on South Oldham. Nate Greenwell, the white hat. So it will be against South, 5-yard mark off.
In a better situation, you got 20 seconds, need about 20 yards, okay, to get in the field goal range first. You still got timeout as well.
Third down and 7 from the 44-yard line as Daniels in an empty set. Daniels, he's going to zing it down the far sideline. And there's a late flag. Tompkins was all bottled up out on the edge with Adam Kern.
I wonder if they're going to call the push first because they were both jostling, and then Tompkins had to push him off of him. So this is a kind of a toss-up as far as this call.
I'm thinking the official got the hanky caught in his pocket because it took a while to come out.
Definitely.
And there she comes. A lot of drama on this drive with not a lot of substance. That's a first down.
That's a tough one, too. And, I mean, you know, throwing it up third and medium like that, you know, Thought they may have thrown something inside of that, but threw it up. Some good things can happen, but that call could have gone either way.
First down at 10. Tompkins certainly was very aggressive out there as well. From at the 35 as Daniels on a duck that's short. And North Oldham's going to call their final timeout.
Second.
So Mustangs call their last timeout. Second down in just a few. 10 seconds remaining.
So can you get one to the sideline here, and maybe if you need extra yardage, making sure you take care of your field goal kicker. 10 seconds trying to throw one to the end zone. I surely wouldn't trust that, making sure you leave yourself enough time here.
North Oldham's kicker, Evan Smith. He is 3 of 3 on field goals, long of 32.
Yeah, this would be 45 right here, so we've good distance out of his range here. Be nice if they could throw a short one right here, backside to Tompkins right there, if they could get it to him, let him step out of bounds and then take a shot if it's not close enough.
3 receivers at the top, empty formation. Second down and short. And Daniels is going to heave it out, and we're going to have one final play to close this first half.
Yeah, definitely outside the tackle box, so definitely can burn it like that, but now they're going to give him an opportunity to go up by 4.
Well, Smith, this certainly would be a career long. Line of scrimmage at the 27, a 44-yard field goal. And again, North Oldham will possess the football to start the second half. As the Mustangs try to add to the lead. 44-yard field goal, and this one well short. And numerous flags as South Oldham trying to return the short kick. And finally, play will be halted.
It's heads up by Arnold. If he'd have caught that thing on the run the first time, he would have definitely took it down the left sideline.
So a lot of penalties trying to benefit Arnold as he came up the field after Smith's field goal well short.
Personal foul on the Dragons. Penalties declined, and it looks like that's going to be the end of the first half.
So that's going to take us to the turn. 7-6. A very competitive first pair of quarters in Crestwood. North Oldham 7, South Oldham 6. We'll step aside, more coverage in just a moment. You're watching Glyca. It's week 4 high school football.
Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit operationparent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
When you need protection and peace of mind with superior service, contact Jay Hall at Insurance Associates in LaGrange. Choose from their range of policies that cover what you value most, including dozens of top-name insurance companies like Westfield. For more information and a free no-obligation quote, call 502-222-9558. Insurance Associates at 204 West Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Insurance for all areas of your life.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville.
Time matters, and when you need a fast and easy car wash, try Clementine's. Family owned and open 24 hours a day. Clementine's is a touchless wash that can make your car look as good as new in as little as 3 minutes. Visit them at Kroger Fuel Center at 2010 Highway 53 in LaGrange. Clementine's, a proud supporter of high school athletics, and juiced by Thomas Car Wash.
Trying to be a responsible citizen and the best recycler you can be, but you just aren't sure what goes where? Google Oldham County Waste Wizard and check out the Wizard search engine. Just type in the name of your mystery item and see what pops up. It will tell you whether it goes in the trash, recycle bin, or donations. It tells you how to discard troublesome items like paint and televisions. Can you believe it even tells you how to get rid of a boat? Oldham County Waste Wizard, do you believe in magic?
This message funded by Oldham County Solid Waste Management.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Oldham County Solid Waste Management. Find out how to recycle or dispose of any item with Waste Wizard at oldhamcountyky.gov.
Chris Labar, Marty Lowe back live in Crestwood. A very competitive first half. North Oldham leading 7-6. What's been the difference in this game thus far?
I've been impressed by South Oldham, to be honest with you, on both sides of the ball. The aggressive they showed defensively in the last drive or two. And then really offensively, their play calls, just working their fullback and then, allowing their quarterback Arnold to pull it out and keep it around the outside. Throw some RPOs outside, just to keep things off balance. But it's definitely not allowed North Oldham's defense to be as aggressive as I thought it would be. But that's going to have to be the difference in the second half, that North Oldham's going to have to become a little more aggressive and force the issue. Try to force them to throw it.
South Oldham been so dominant in terms of utilizing the clock. That was one of your keys, trying to keep North Oldham's offense off the field, and thus far they've done great at that.
Absolutely. So, a little bit of wind, we've caught, some throws have been left up, and didn't look as pretty, on some of the deep balls, from North Oldham, trying to attack it. But, South Oldham's done a great job, with being able to get off the field and not give up points, especially on the last drive with the last field goal. But, that'll definitely be the case in the second half, for both teams, of who defensively is going to step up and be a little more aggressive, that's for sure.
Will be North Oldham football to start the second half in a little bit. Gray Schmidl has 3 big grabs, and on the lengthy drive for North, Kingston Dugan was a factor in terms of moving the ball.
Yeah, 2 big runs. They got it, spelled him a little bit, with the long runs, but being able to change that up, some short passes, and then being able to give that ball to him, with the box count when they have less guys in there and they're able to give it to him, and it definitely gives him more room to run and make decisions off of that.
Jason Frakes is here. He's with the Courier Journal. We'll chat with Jason, talk all things high school football. You're watching Week 4 on Glycod, and we'll be right back after this.
Trying to be a responsible citizen and the best recycler you can be, but you just aren't sure what goes where? Google Oldham County Waste Wizard and check out the Wizard search engine. Just type in the name of your mystery item and see what pops up. It will tell you whether it goes in the trash, recycle bin, or donations. It tells you how to discard troublesome items like paint and televisions. Can you believe it even tells you how to get rid of a boat? Oldham County Waste Wizard, do you believe in magic?
This message funded by Oldham County Solid Waste Management.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in, like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Proud supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future. Looking to ease the stress of running a business? Then count on the accountants at Kelly King & Company. They offer a wide array of services, including taxes, payroll, and bookkeeping, while providing deep analysis and strategic guidance to help you make sound, smart business decisions. Contact Troy in Crestwood at 502-241-5656 or visit them online at kingcpa.net. Kelly King & Company, proudly serving and supporting Oldham County for generations and a dedicated partner to small business.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
You're watching Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Back live, Chris LeBar with Jason Ferguson, Courier-Journal. What do you think of the first half?
Yeah, kind of a weird first half when you think about, South driving the entire first quarter and then not scoring, and then North going back 99 yards to get a touchdown. It's really a contrast to styles. You think, South Oldham kind of 3 yards in a cloud of dust. North has some playmakers. And I think South's doing a good job of keeping North's offense off the field.
Well, Marty Lowe had mentioned that the South Oldham's ability, their running game's been a big asset for them.
Yeah, they got some weapons back there. With Asher kind of leading the way, a small little guy kind of getting it done. And, they got some weapons, but I think maybe North's speed, might win out here in the second half.
What do you look for from North Oldham? They're going to get the ball first in terms of offense, trying to get back in the flow.
Yeah, I think they're going to try to get the ball out to Schmidl and their other playmakers. Use Colin Daniels' arm and his feet. He can kind of hurt you both ways. So, I look for them to keep the ball in his hands and try to distribute it. Maybe not be so methodical. Try to hit some big plays.
How about the three Oldham County teams, 8-1 going into week 4?
Yeah, pretty impressive. South, the only loss was to an Ohio Power, so they're all undefeated in Kentucky. And, it's good to see here that, the South has really dominated this county, for the last 10 years. So it's good to see OC and North have some competitive teams.
What are some early storylines here in high school football at this point?
I think, first of all, for me, 6A is just how wide open it is at the top. I think when you look at the 4 Louisville schools, Trinity, St. X, Mayo, Emmanuel, all have some big wins. You throw Douglas in there. I think for the first time in a long time, we're going to go into the playoffs in 6A and have 5 teams that I think all have pretty even shots. I don't know that there's a prohibitive favorite in 5A or 6A right now.
And for North Oldham, 4A is a juggernaut. And for them, I mean, maybe their best team they've had in a while. Going to be tough to get out of it, though.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the top of 4A with Boyle County is nationally ranked. You got Paducah-Tillman, you got Corbin, you got Franklin County. It's a very top-heavy class, and Boyle County's going through with their 5th or 6th straight state championship, so it's going to be hard to knock them out.
Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. That's Jason Frakes of the Courier-Journal. We'll be right back right after this.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
You cannot depend on Beth to choose the best meal to go.
Is that soup? No, thank you.
But you can always depend on her car starting because she has an Interstate battery. Outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
From tools and equipment to tips on finishing your project, see the helpful folks at Crestwood Hardware, your locally owned Ace Hardware store. Built on more than a century of service, Crestwood Hardware offers Oldham County's best and most convenient selection of products for your home, farm, or garden. Visit Crestwood Hardware, 6536 West Highway 22, phone 502-241-8491. And for rewards when you shop, download the Ace Hardware app.
Glycon on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycon.
Time matters, and when you need a fast and easy car wash, try Clementine's. Family owned and open 24 hours a day. Clementine's is a touchless wash that can make your car look as good as new in as little as 3 minutes. Visit them at Kroger Fuel Center at 2010 Highway 53 in LaGrange. Clementine's, a proud supporter of high school athletics and juiced by Thomas Car Wash. When you need protection and peace of mind with superior service, contact Jay Hall at Insurance Associates in LaGrange. Choose from their range of policies that cover what you value most, including dozens of top-name insurance companies like Westfield. For more information and a free no-obligation quote, call 502-222-9558. Insurance Associates at 204 West Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Insurance for all areas of your life.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're watching Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Chris Labar, Marty Lowe back in Crestwood, 7-6 North Oldham at half. Now for a look at your scoring summary presented by German American Bank. A huge thank you to the great folks at German American Bank for their support of Glycod.com. They're building our community together with an award-winning team setting high standards. You can check out their LaGrange branch at 2100 Highway 53. And in terms of scoring, Marty, there's not been a lot of it. Kingston Dugan for North, and then South Oldham on the board late in the first half as well.
Yeah, quarterback keeper, for South Oldham, so that's been the gist of it. Not been a lot of crazy throwing the ball, but, the ball control stuff that we talked about, and especially North Oldham, trying to balance with the pass also, but, just maybe not as productive as I thought it would be, tonight, with the passing game from North Oldham, but we'll see kind of how much pressure, South Oldham continues to put on them. North Oldham figure out how much time he's going to have.
What is the formula for South in this second half?
I think a lot of the same. I mean, they've done a pretty good job in trying to keep this game where it's at. So what they thought might happen if they were going to be down, or, as far as that high potent offense, from North Oldham. So I think a lot of the same to the, your inside-outside runs, and we'll throw some screens out there every once in a while, but try not to get ourselves in long yardage. And if we can keep ourselves in front of the sticks and third and short, second and short, maybe throw one deep at that point. But I would definitely think they would continue to control it. But we'll see what happens with this first series from North Oldham coming out.
We'll step aside. Mustang football when we come right back on Glycod.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Trying to be a responsible citizen and the best recycler you can be, but you just aren't sure what goes where? Google Oldham County Waste Wizard and check out the Wizard search engine. Just type in the name of your mystery item and see what pops up. It will tell you whether it goes in the trash, recycle bin, or donations. It tells you how to discard troublesome items like paint and televisions. Can you believe it even tells you how to get rid of a boat? Oldham County Waste Wizard, do you believe in magic?
This message funded by Oldham County Solid Waste Management.
You're watching Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
North Oldham football to begin this second half against South Oldham, winners of 9 straight in this series. And North Oldham with an opportunity to possess the football and put their high-powered offense back on the field.
You get these rivalry games too, and you kind of throw everything out the window as far as what everybody thought would happen or what wouldn't happen. And it's usually a close game. A lot of high energy. I mean, we can see the fans and the student body and how active everybody is. So that's it's just a great atmosphere, great environment, and going to be a great second half to watch how it plays out.
Back for the Mustangs will be Luke Tompkins and Gray Schmidl. And a short kick, and Schmidl inside the 10 for North. There's Schmidl across the 30, and Gray Schmidl, an athletic return down inside the 48-yard line to begin this second half.
Once again on a return, hitting the brakes like that and being able to cut back and get the yards that he does. But I did feel like if he caught that short kick and if he would just hit that seam and not play with it, that definitely was there. Had a late 2 or 3 guys coming down the left hash from South Oldham, which opened up that seam.
To the Mustangs with very good field position to start this second half after a return of about 47 yards for North Oldham's Gray Schmidl. First down and 10 Mustangs. So they lead 7-6. Daniels, and that football is down, and Daniels somehow able to gather it.
You better say some extra prayers tonight for getting that one back. I really thought he was going to scoop and score. Defensive lineman for South Oldham, that's exchange issues you get when you're running run-pass options, some RPOs. Didn't have the numbers out here anyway, so that, to give it right there, but that's what makes it a little dangerous, with the exchange.
That's a loss of 5 yards to North Oldham. Second down and 15. There's Kingston Dugan to the near side, and Dugan lunging and barreling his way across the 45-yard line.
That's a great call, kind of neutral. Get the ball outside, and he lowers his head and gets a good 5 or 6 more when he could have slowed down and just took it, took what they were going to give him, but really set him up for a good third down here, third medium.
From the South Oldham 43.
Definitely sensing pressure here, so now the sideline's going to give him the call. They're working their no huddle.
Jacoby McRoberts in the slot, the top middle of your screen. And Daniel's going to roll that away and right on cue in the belly of McRoberts. And he's short of a first down.
I don't think he had to necessarily fall down like that, but, maybe the pass wasn't as accurate as it could have been, but that could have been a pretty easy first down, but they're sitting at 4th and 3.
And for Brock Roberts, the offense on the field. North Oldham 1 for 1 on 4th down in this game. That was on their scoring drive in the first half. And Daniels on a bootleg, facing some pressure, and South Oldham with a turnover on downs.
Yeah, bootleg into the boundary. So fake the run left and the bootleg back into the tight boundary. And if he wasn't going to give it to him very quickly right now, that's a shame, especially not understand or didn't appear that you got to know it's 4th down. I mean, to be able to get the ball out of your hand quick like that and just let him get the first down and move on. So that's unfortunate. We could have definitely picked it up pretty easily.
And the long kick return from Schmidl off the board, and South Oldham down a point. We'll have it from their own 41-yard line. Ethan Arnold back to work, and Arnold's going to put it in the air as he rolls to the near side, and Arnold under heavy congestion will rifle it incomplete. Nice coverage by Grayson Vance.
Good choice with pressure in his face, and then to be able to get the ball outside the hash and make the decision. If he was athletic enough to get free, great, and if he couldn't, then you could either try to burn it or throw it out of bounds. Okay, so had plenty of decisions off of that, but that's really helps when you have an athletic quarterback like that.
What are some adjustments you foresee from North Oldham?
Definitely, got to stick with the running game back to getting back inside, because I just don't feel the confidence from Daniels right now, okay, in throwing the football.
What about defensively?
Defensively, I continue to say pressure of moving back into the box, putting extra guys in the box. You see the free safety down tighter right now as well.
Second down and long, and Arnold up the gut, and he's going to pirouette his way close to the 50, leaving 3rd down in just a couple.
Nice run off the misdirection with the jet sweep out to the right. Quarterback keeping it left. Nice job by Arnold. Okay, man, that's the one back the second series where if he kept the ball back inside, I felt like that seam was there instead of trying to bounce it outside. So he definitely got, a good number of yards off of that one.
Gain of 8, 3rd down 2 as we slide under 9 minutes in this third quarter. Both teams have scored a touchdown. South Oldham with a penalty after theirs, and then they missed an elongated extra point. That's the difference in this game. It's 3rd down and a deuce. As Arnold, he's going to float it to the near, and here's McLeese leading the way for Evan Hickerson, and Hickerson picks up a first down.
Still, Tompkins makes the tackle, on the option, which is what we spoke about in the first half, where he's late kind of getting there. That's his responsibility with being the safety, okay, out of the middle of the field to take the option back. He gets there, makes the tackle, but still giving up quite a few yards, okay, so not the aggressiveness you really want to see when you have that type of scheme coming at you.
Evan Hickerson over 30 yards and 4 carries unofficially as North Oldham on the defensive end here, and Arnold's going to put it in the belly. That ball's loose and scooped, and North Oldham with the game's first takeaway. It's recovered by Jack Sims.
Tough on the exchange or whatever, and that kind of quarterback was a little bit high with it, okay, in the pocket. He never really got the exchange. It seemed like clean.
And a huge takeaway as the Mustangs.
Looks like he felt like he was going to pull it out, so just exchange issues, okay, on both sides, but South Oldham paid for it a little bit more with the turnover.
From the 45-yard line is North Oldham. +1 now on the night, +5 on the season.
Movement. Feels like North Oldham is just playing a little passive right now, on both sides of the ball, in my opinion. Now, South Oldham shot themselves in the foot with a turnover, but just even offensively, they just feel like they're not real sure of themselves right now.
Now Daniels, Kingston Dugan across the 40 to about the 41-yard line.
Got buckled coming up in the hole, that's for sure. I mean, he hit it hard, but linebacker filled immediately, okay, and that's good aggressive play by South Oldham's linebacker core.
This Mustang offense averaging 173 rush yards per game on the year, and it's certainly not favorable to continue tonight as this South Oldham front very stout, a very strong run defense. 9 returning starters on that side of the ball. Tompkins will snatch it and squeeze his way across the 50 down to about the 49-yard line. Now you're looking at 3rd down and about 4.
That definitely gets into 3rd manageable for sure, but I wonder when they were going to get Tompkins involved with at least backside some of the throws, taking the easy ones.
This is a really solid receiving pair. You've got Tompkins on one side, on the other Schmidl. And a very promising young quarterback. 3rd down and short, or medium perhaps. Zach Mortensen, the companion of Daniels, to the left. And Daniels out in the flat behind Schmidl. And it's 4th down and short.
We keep checking the safety to the field or the right hash on that side. And if he's deeper, they'll pitch it out there. But, really anticipating them running the ball right off the right side, even at, 3rd and short, it's still there. So they're just counting the outside linebacker of whether he's tighter in the box or whether he stays wider and making decisions off of it.
Mustangs 1 out of 2 on 4th down tonight. They'll take it from the South 46 with Zach Mortensen, the heavy. He's right behind Daniels in the gun. Trips to the top. And Daniels zings it across the middle, and that's caught for a 1st down.
That is definitely squeezing it in between 2 defenders and holding it a little bit longer, but great job picking up that 1st down. Anticipated him coming backside because they actually rolled the coverage to the field to the right side, and he had one-on-one backside with his receiver with Tompkins over here.
You go to Schmidl on both 3rd and 4th down to pick it up.
Guy they trust.
First
One
down.
of the 2.
1st down and 10 for North. From the 42 is Daniels against a 3-man rush. And he's going to chuck an incomplete pass as that ball nearly picked off.
I'm sure his coaches are giving him an earful right now about not just keeping it, stepping out of bounds, because he had I think he could have got a few yards at least. He was getting cut off on the right side, and at least could have held it a little bit longer.
It's Caleb Jones.
Throwing it into coverage.
So Jones back there for the pass breakup. And the Mustangs dodge a bullet, leaving 2nd down and 10. Here's Dugan trying to get around the edge, and he will not as he's met by Davis Larson for a tackle for loss.
The receiver man missed that block right there and let his defender come off of him to make that tackle. I don't even think Dugan expected him to be there. Thought he was going to run pretty clean for another 3 or 4, but defender showed up pretty quickly.
Loss of a couple. Davis Larson with a stop. He had 17 tackles last week. There have been a lot of great players that have come through these doors the last 25 plus years. I'm not sure many have had more than 17 tackles in one game.
Tell you what, being aggressive coming off there, especially the wide receivers aren't going to block, that's definitely keeping them in 3rd and long.
Mustangs 3rd down and a dozen. As Daniels rolling, and he's going to parade down the near sideline, and he's going to pick up a 1st down.
That's a good job from a young quarterback. I mean, he's a junior, but really getting his first action as a high school quarterback like this, as a starter, to learn from his mistake from the last time of throwing it into coverage and then just pulling it down and running, going to get the first down.
That was on 3rd down and 12. There have been a couple of those both ways tonight on 3rd down and very long. The quarterbacks have scrambled for first downs. Misdirection handoff. There's Zach Mortensen weaving his way into the red zone, and he'll take it to about the 18-yard line.
Excellent call on the, they've showed the rollout, especially since they've gotten pressure on him. South Oldham's defense gotten pressure on Daniels, so they roll him out and run the sprint draw back to the left, catching their defensive line and linebackers scraping over the top.
And the fumble has really changed the complexion of this half, of this game perhaps, as Daniels rolls, and he's going to chuck that incomplete. Schmidl tried to come back and scoop it out. So now 3rd down and long.
He could get that ball to them a little bit quicker, okay, and in their hands they're going to run for a while, but having to dig down in the dirt to pull it out.
Yeah, South Oldham drops 6, back to throw, and a great pass breakup. And it looked like Anthony Dixon with a wonderful deflection.
Excellent job by 10. That really was Dixon driving on that football on the curl and really playing through the football too, because he could have caught that. Okay, good job playing the wide receiver's hands.
Mustangs 0 for 1 in this quarter on 4th down. They've also missed a long field goal earlier in this game, and they're apparently going to try another for Evan Smith. This one would be about a 36-yarder. Season long of 32.
The wind's been a lot tougher too, coming from left to right in his face.
Hold is down, and Smith's kick is well short and to the left.
Yeah, so it affecting some of the throws from Daniels and maybe a little bit on the kick too. I mean, I'm not down on the field, how much it's swirling. It doesn't appear to be too bad, but seems to be affecting it a little bit.
We'll have to get Dr. Jerry Punch down on the field sometime.
Give us a...
That's an old school name. 1st down and 10, and really both teams misfiring on some opportunities in this half.
Yeah, they're there. I mean, some exchange issues, back and forth, and then it's good to see Daniels pull it down and go get that first down and kind of get them going a little more. So we'll see if South Oldham can bounce back now, too, after the turnover.
Ethan Arnold handed around the bend. Evan Hickerson across the 30, and he's going to be very close to another first down.
Nice job, Hickerson, picking his lane. He kind of dipped inside, and the wide receiver kind of gave him a good seal there where he could pop it out and still find the lane outside. So excellent vision by Hickerson.
Saw a lot of runs by Luke Hatcher in the first half. Haven't seen him as much in this half. It's been more Hickerson. Julian Miles has also been prolific on the ground as South's balance continues to take shape. Across the 35 to the 37.
Showed a 3 down front with them covering the center. Did a pretty good job getting the nose guard out of there, so they had pretty good seam to run in off the right side. It's a pretty good first down run for South.
Well, and the Dragons, they've certainly been in more manageable situations. They've been ahead of the sticks a few more times in North Oldham tonight, still trailing, though, by 1. Nearly 10 minutes gone by in this 3rd quarter. There's Miles, and Julian Miles with a burst across the 30, and Miles out inside the 15-yard line. That'll be a gain of 48 yards.
So they offset the fullback. You know, they'd had him right there behind the quarterback and run the dive play. So they offset him to the left, give the toss play out to the left, and everybody on that defense took off. And great vision by Miles, cutting it back second level. Huge gain. Huge momentum swing as well.
Down inside the 16, they'll mark it at the 15. Yeah, South Oldham. Inside the Mustang red zone. Miles in an I formation. And Miles gets the call again. And he'll be slung down for a loss. Actually, a gain of a couple back to the 13-yard line.
Giving it to the hot hand. Just feel North Oldham playing like they're used to being up by 3 touchdowns. So now they called it. They called the penalty.
Well, you were away a flag.
Yeah,
and that's a big one, unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, he got Thompson where, man, he had shoved the running back's head down to the ground. So I think the constant jawing and talking, drew that foul. North playing a little undisciplined football right now. Now we see what they're going to do with this fullback as they keep to leave him right behind the quarterback or offset him. So maybe getting a dose of the fullback right here, Kay, in either the right or left side A gap.
First down and goal for South Oldham.
Trying to make sure they got the ball set in the right spot after the penalty.
That's a half the distance to the goal infraction, is it not?
Should be.
It's about the 13-yard line. The ball was blown dead after the handoff to Miles from the 15 to about the 13, so it should be about the 6.5. Second down and goal. And Hickerson coughed it up. It's scooped up by South. Looked like right tackle Matt Osborne.
Oh, you hope now, man. The fatigue isn't. Yeah, you hope the fatigue isn't. They ran him a few times, and maybe he hasn't been the go-to guy all the time. But 3 big runs there. Now this is the 3rd or 4th one. Obviously some fatigue him coming off right now, and dropped the pill on the ground. Luckily they got it back.
Osborne with a huge recovery again, playing tonight for injured Matthew Wells. And South Oldham inside the North Oldham 2-yard line. It's 3rd down and goal.
Get the quarterback wedge here again, I would imagine. It's going to run over.
Arnold has already snuck one in earlier tonight. And a handoff and a touchdown for Juels Davila.
The home faithful like what they see. Ground control, handling it. Luckily they got that ball back when they dropped it on, and they've really got North Oldham back on their heels.
Davila, his first carry of the night. But now, Marty, you're on the odd point, although it's an even point. South Oldham forced perhaps to kick a point after. Adrian Miles will hold. Aiden Arthur's kick has given South Oldham a 13-7 lead. North Oldham football on the other side. A great one tonight in Crestwood. We'll have more in a moment.
Not just blinds. direct, not just blinds.
You're watching Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Great crowd on hand as we welcome you back. Marty Lowe, Chris LeBar, producer tonight is Steve Bird. Wonderful crew tonight here in Crestwood, South Oldham by 6. And Gray Schmidl across the 10, trying to work a little magic, and he will, as Schmidl right at about the 50-yard line.
Well, sometimes they drop it on the ground like that, and it kind of gets people to slow down or pick another spot. And I tell you what, he does a great job finding the opening right there, but having people overrun coverage a little bit.
We've seen that a lot when the ball's dropped to the surface. Seems like it throws off the returnee's timing a little bit.
Trying to figure out which way he's going to go or who's going to panic first.
So Schmidl with a pair of lengthy kick returns in his quarters. Daniels floats it for an incomplete pass.
South Oldham is doing their due diligence on defense by creating pressure and people in his face. So, even to make the decision to keep it or throw it away, but definitely keeping the field side safety down for any of the quick throws on your RPOs or quick screens has stamped out a lot of that stuff, but they got North Oldham kind of back on their heels offensively as well.
This is a big drive for North. 2nd and 10 and they're 47, and Dugan perhaps 2 yards, leaving 3rd down along that South Oldham defensive front is really good. Anthony Dixon from the corner came up as well.
Hey, they're feeling quick. They're playing inspired, the momentum they have now. So, whether they throw a deep ball to try to counteract it, but you definitely have some guys in green flying around right now.
3rd down and long, Mustangs trying to avoid a 3 and out after another long return from Schmidl. 3rd down and plenty of time. Schmidl on a cross, and Schmidl for a big Mustang 1st down.
Good job on a little misdirection drags, okay, with the mesh concept. Daniels did a good job holding it long enough for him to clear the linebacker and giving it to him on a catch and run. And he could have picked either side on his drag, the ones coming from each side. So here we head to the 4th.
Schmidl with a big 1st down as we take you to the 4th. North Oldham, they'll have it 1st down and 10. You're watching Week 4 on Glycod. We'll be right back.
Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit operationparent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
You're watching Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Mustangs and Dragons, this rivalry controlled by South Oldham. They've won the last 9. And North Oldham trying to put an end to that, as they'll have it 1st down and 10 to start quarter 4 from the South Oldham 41-yard line as Daniels across the middle, and he picked it. He threw an interception, trying to find Schmidl, and it's intercepted. Parker Ellis.
Well, that's one thing as a quarterback, you don't look inside, outside, and then come back inside, because people are moving as your eyes are scanning, the way you're looking. And sure enough, that's what he did. He tried to pop back inside, and the backside linebacker sitting right there for the route that he'd already moved away from. So tough on the progression reading. He's just going to have to tuck that down and go get 2 or 3.
Both teams with critical turnovers in this game. That's North Oldham's first turnover.
That was one of the keys of the game, I thought, too, of just really putting pressure on North Oldham to try to play from behind or at least play with the game even, or even behind the sticks even, too, offensively, and South's done a good job of that. They've definitely kept the pressure on and the energy up, and North Oldham hasn't matched them.
Arnold this time under center in an I formation. And it's flipped to Miles, and Miles knives his way into Mustang territory. Tompkins will slide him out at the 45, a gain of about 9 yards.
And Thompson's a little more involved defensively tonight than he has offensively from that free safety position coming to fill on that option play. But it's been good for South. I mean, running the fullback dive, keeping it by the quarterback, and even pitching it out there on the option. Those three choices right there is really keeping North's defense off balance.
Second down and short. Miles with a key rush, setting up that last South Oldham touchdown. And certainly Coach Kane Sams in this Dragons offense, they want to milk this clock with 11:01 left. A potent running game. First down as Miles splits across the 40, and Julian Miles loose into the secondary before he's denied the 30-yard line.
Those guys up front are opening up some huge holes now, and with the misdirection handoffs that they're giving to. Fullback goes one way, the linebackers bite with it. Next thing you know, they're giving it to the running back the other way. That time they just went straight power, the same side, and overpowered him and opened up some holes for him, okay, and he's doing a great job bouncing it and getting extra yards outside.
So the clock continues to run. Ethan Arnold back under center. And certainly the significance of a score here makes it a 2-score game.
You got a lot of hands on hips from the North Oldham defense.
Davila across the 30. Davila, his second carry. He's got 1 touchdown, and he'll take this for a gain of about 4 to the 28-yard line.
Took the big defensive lineman, got him down, but he went straight back down, okay, off of that run right there, okay. Almost kind of ran him over a little bit, especially for a big defensive lineman like that, but they're going straight power football. Inside of 10 minutes.
That's North Oldham front. A.J. Paul, defensive end. He's got 21 tackles, including 5 sacks on the year. They've relied on him, and they're going to need him here on this drive. And Hatcher down to the 25-yard line. His first carry of the second half.
And you'd like to see some subs maybe if they had for their defensive line a little bit, with the hands on hips that I'm seeing. Okay, I mean, North Oldham's defense is gassed pretty good, but, they're going to have to dig deep right now to try to get that offensive ball back. I mean, they're definitely losing the field position battle right now as well.
This is a monumental third down with 9 minutes left. Third down and a long 3 as we slide and tiptoe under 9 minutes in the fourth. 3 receivers to the near side. And Arnold floats it around the horn, and Miles weaving his way in.
Boy, the misdirection, okay, with all those, even still using the orbit motion, okay, coming behind, the fake to the right, and then pulling it out, okay, and playing the option game like they've been doing. Just doing it out of a different set. But they have really used that fullback dive early in the game, and now the option, okay, as they've gone on, as a really good complement to each other. Ethan Arnold's doing a good job directing that offense.
Well, and now South Oldham perhaps poised to go for 2 to try to make it a 2-touchdown advantage. Got a penalty post score.
Some post-touchdown celebrations, which
well,
I'm sure they practiced in the locker room before they came out. But
well, there's enough time in this game. This is a significant, North's maybe going to enforce it on a kickoff, it looks like. As Aiden Orther on for the point after. He's 1 of 2 tonight on Extra points, and South Oldham adds one to the tally, a 27 lead. The North Oldham football as the Mustangs trying to avoid a 9-game losing streak. They'll have the football in just a moment.
Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit operationparent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
You're watching Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Julian Miles in for his second touchdown, and then after the score, unsportsmanlike on South, so they're going to kick off from, looks like their 25-yard line. North Oldham still 3 timeouts remaining. What is a 13-point difference as South Oldham has run off 14 unanswered points in this second half.
Hopefully North can get one quick here if they can mount up this drive and get on the board. Short kick.
And a short kick perhaps to avoid Schmidl, and the Mustangs scoop it up. That's Dugan that accelerates across the 45 down to the 47-yard line. Great crowd on hand tonight. Thanks so much to South Oldham High School for having us. Athletic Director Joe Ritchie, all the great folks here in Crestwood. And you'll see them again next week as they travel to Buckner.
Yeah, a little Oldham County, South Oldham matchup there too. So we're staying with it. We're staying in the county for the next 2 weeks.
Colin Daniels in a shotgun for North Oldham from their 45. And he's going to one-hop and open Tompkins right at midfield.
He is really struggling wherever throwing that football tonight, or he's had about 3 or 4 that have been well short of his receivers, and there's been some frustration too and some talk between them that I've seen walking to the sidelines. So, hopefully he can get his confidence back and set his back foot, and let it go, because these receivers are open and ready to roll if they can get their hands on it.
Three-man rush as Daniels out of the pocket, and he floats it forward. It's a great catch by Schmidl to one-hand that right at the 50-yard line.
Excellent job in posting up.
Let's see what the penalty's all about, but this was a great catch as Daniels just kind of nudged it forward on the near sideline.
A personal foul on South Oldham, if I'm not mistaken. But then again, they point at each other. Both sides do.
That play continue.
A little extra on the sideline, and something tells me South Oldham's fans aren't real happy.
Well, and that's a big one. That's 15 yards, and North Oldham now going to take it all the way down to the Dragon 35-yard line.
Still a lot of time to do a lot of damage if they can some positive plays match together, but they're still pretty disjointed offensively, but the penalty does help.
Now an empty set here. You've got 4 to the top with Tompkins alone at the bottom as Daniels. Plenty of time, and he's going to chuck it, and Schmidl in for 6.
Quick score, so they went back to the quads. Look, we do have a penalty, okay? Lineman, I don't know if he hit the guy late or something, but I think it will be on North Oldham. But great job putting 4 receivers to the left. You had Tompkins by himself. Free safety stayed to the right, okay, to double him, so it allowed Daniels to be able to work the read to the left side. They just got too many bodies over there, split the seam right up the middle, and laid it up to him perfectly.
The officials appear last, so the touchdown's good.
sure of the number of the offensive linemen. We definitely had some extra exuberance by one of the offensive linemen after the touchdown pass.
Schmidl's 5th receiving touchdown of the season, 21st of his career. That is tops all time in North Oldham. And Evan Smith, he's had a rough time of it tonight. A couple of missed long field goals. This a necessity for North on the extra point.
New guy in there.
Okay, it's Chris Waldron that's on to kick that. Well done, Marty, as Waldron inches the Mustangs a little closer.
That's excellent. And now it really comes into play. I mean, you got a 6-point ball game, so, as you spoke, Chris, a minute ago, they had the opportunity to go for 2 to try to extend it, but, it's a 6-point game now, so it makes for a little extra fireworks here going into the last 8 minutes. Especially as you get into the fourth quarter and really trying to make sure you're positioning yourself down the stretch.
Some great games coming up next week. Marty will be in Buckner. I'll check out Corbin and Douglas. Also, Male Trinity. 3 doozies at 7:30. Be week 5 on Glycon. If you get a chance, please subscribe to our channel. We thank you so much for watching high school football tonight, wherever you are here across the Glycon platform.
And now South Oldham's going to come up with some better field position with the penalty on the kick.
Well, we saw South Oldham try to kick it away from Schmidl. They kicked it short, and North Oldham's end result was a perch about the 45-yard line. And we'll see the end result of that flag as North Oldham will kick it deep, and it's dug out by Dixon. And Dixon, there's a flag as Dixon slung down in North territory.
It was fun watching him run right there. That was fast. Good job getting to the left side of the field before the pursuit got there. So excellent return, but unfortunate. It looks like we've got some extracurricular activity.
That's just going to be green. Just a hold, it looks like.
Okay.
But still pretty good starting position for North, or rather for South Oldham.
Penalties and field position. We're still set up pretty good, okay, at the 36, but could have been a whole lot better going into the last 8 minutes.
Both teams still 3 timeouts remaining. Just over 8 minutes in this fourth quarter. North led 7-6 at the half. North led by 1, and there's a handoff around to Evan Hickerson across the 35 for a couple.
And an injury.
Got an injured Mustang, and we will take a quick timeout. Be right back after this.
When you need protection and peace of mind with superior service, contact Jay Hall at Insurance Associates in LaGrange. Choose from their range of policies that cover what you value most, including dozens of top-name insurance companies like Westfield. For more information and a free no-obligation quote, call 502-222-9558. Insurance Associates at 204 West Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Insurance for all areas of your life.
You're watching Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
An injured Mustang trying to decipher the number as South Oldham will have second down and long with 7:57 left. That's noseman Joe Childress, 6'2", 250-pound senior.
South Oldham really shows the versatility of the set. They came back and ran the option, okay, that they scored on, and then used the same motion, same situation, and then give a jet sweep, to the same running back right there to get outside. But, good sign for North Oldham, though, is they, if their guy gets up and gets off the field, thankfully safe. Hopefully not injured too bad, but they defensively definitely a lot more aggressive on that first down call.
So the clock now idle after the running play. And I'm not sure that South Oldham would be overly comfortable with giving the ball up one more time. Two receivers stacked horizontally to the near side. Here's Miles, who's been so extraordinary tonight. Julian Miles, a second-level run and a first down.
Strong downhill run by Miles. Guys up front are really rising to the test here, heading down to this last portion of the game and trying to take it over, with the run game and not give the ball back, or if they do, they're back up 2 scores. So good to see them answering the call here.
This Dragon offensive line has just done a magnificent job. Bohannon, Pinaritos, Shat, Salmon, and then Matt Osborne covering the fumble was a huge play in this game. First down and 10. Miles again steaming and driving for a first down.
They got a full 8 in the box. Still going power game versus 8 in the box right here, and South Oldham is definitely winning that test at the line of scrimmage right now. The depth of North Oldham, especially their defensive front, seems to really be an issue right now.
Well,
they're getting pushed off the ball.
Joe Childress out. You've moved Harrison McGraw in.
Definitely got to get some size and some experience, but the biggest thing, is just the ability of not being tired at this point of the game, being able to push.
McGraw in at the nose on first down at 10, and there's another blast up the middle. It looked like Evan Hickerson for about 4 or 5 more yards.
Childress, man, defensive lineman for North, got driven about 15 yards back right there, right off of the nose, and then now they're making a substitution, because he was back in the secondary on that one. So, that goes to the defensive line push that they're not really getting that they definitely need right now.
Nearing the 6-minute mark of this fourth quarter, it's second down and 5. Miles, this time denied. He'll pick up, looks like about 3 yards.
So get him in the 3rd and 3 and still, within striking range here too. So you got 2 downs, either way at this point, where you definitely don't want to give it back and running this clock.
As A.J. Paul collapsing down from his defensive end spot for that tackle. And this South Oldham offense just wearing out the North front, especially on this drive. And Arnold around on the keeper, first down at the 20-yard line.
It's a lot to contend with for that North Oldham defense right now. The fullback dive, they bite on it. Arnold pulls it out this time, reading the down lineman. Arnold cramping up a little bit right now, so. Going to get him some water, so Miles will be coming into the game, as the backup quarterback.
We saw Adrian Miles take 1 snap after the first play from scrimmage in this game. And this will be Miles' second snap under center in the red zone. Under 5 minutes left. And Miles to the up man.
So they had Hickerson at tailback also too, so they're running fresh bodies in there also. So between that fullback dive and Miles and Hickerson, back at the top of the eye, you got some fresh legs in there, going inside of 4.5 minutes right now.
Yeah, the clock really starting to become a factor. North Oldham does have 3 timeouts remaining, but their greater issue is trying to get off the field.
Yes, back-breaking drive right here. If you're North Oldham right now.
South Oldham offense and a ball control drive at a critical time as Julian Miles At the 17-yard line, he's short of a first down.
Well, he runs tall, boy, but I tell you, he is shifty, you know, getting from one cut to the next, you know, and just making sure to holding on to that ball right now. If I'm North Oldham's coach, and I'm screaming, man, about stripping that ball out or punching through the ball on the tackle, trying to make something happen right now, especially as you're getting backed up inside your 20.
So you're looking at third down and about 5. Nearing the 3:20 mark of this fourth quarter. Hickerson denied as he's taken down to about the 14-yard line. Zach Mortensen on the stop.
And great job by Childress coming back in the game as a nose. Immediately on the ground, he's obviously got to run the hump over the nose guard right there. Great cut, but Childress doing his job this time, not getting driven off the ball and really holding the line for North Oldham so we're not giving up yardage. So leads him to fourth down.
And a long 3, South's offense out on the field. This would be 32-yard field goal, and
try to draw him off.
Adrian Miles is in the gun here. I think you're on to something there, Marty.
You know, and how about Adrian Miles coming in the game, too? I mean, you know, you're cold, you're sitting over there, you come in for Ethan and everything, and you got hands under the center, and that is so typical of just turning the ball over right there when you're cold like that. So, you know, kudos to him coming off the sideline, doing his job, filling in like that.
Well, what Coach Sams was able to do there was burn a little more time. So now the field goal is still in play. 32-yarder. If they opt to go that direction, it appears that's what they're going to do, as Aiden Orther is out there. This is within his purview, as long as 32 on the year, and this a huge one, as it would swell the lead to 9 and become a 2-score game.
There's a little bit of wind, but, you know, nothing that should affect it too much, going from right to left a little bit from the top of the goalpost flags.
Hold us down, and the kick is up. And South Oldham extends the lead, and there's a flag.
You got a 9-point game now. That's, you know, goodness gracious, 2 scores. That's huge. Flag on the ground for some celebration, but man, you just really like to see these high school kids celebrate like this. I mean, rivalry game or not, but you know, South Oldham's 2-1, North Oldham 3-0. Come to South Oldham's place to play, and can't help but be excited in a situation like this.
There was never a doubt with that kick.
Yeah.
Nate Greenwell's had a very busy night tonight, our white hat.
North Oldham come back with some quick strike offense.
So enforced on the kickoff as North Oldham 2 scores down with 2:23 to play.
Going to get the field position again. Hopefully he can get Schmidl on another solid return. We'll see if they kick it to him. I wouldn't personally, but see how they handle this.
So certainly the thinking here for North would be a quick score, and then obviously an onside kick.
Try to, man. You try to as quick as you can. I mean, if you gotta kick it, if you got to kick a field goal, you know, because you're running out of time, just so you can have a chance with the onside kick. I mean, make that decision when you get across the 40, depending on where the time's at.
And this one, a very high kick to the left, and it's going to pinch Schmidl to the far sideline before he takes it to the middle of the field. And Schmidl contained as he'll take it to the 43-yard line.
This will definitely test North Oldham's offense like they haven't been at all, you know, at this point of the year. So
coming up in our post-game report, we'll update the score ticker, have a look at the State Farm Insurance agent, Leslie Gilly, most outstanding player, also update you on next week's action here as North Oldham up against it on 1st and 10, and Daniels tripped up and angled out, but a lot of time off the clock.
They continue to go 4 receivers to the right and leaving Tompkins back to the left, whether he's going to get the one-on-one or not, but it's got to be a quick throw if he's going to work this 4 receiver side. And if they're going to keep 5 guys in the box, they should have an extra guy for a quicker throw, at least to get him some rhythm at this point. But wasting time of that because he had a receiver coming across the middle that he could have hit early.
Well, it looked like a few extra seconds rattled off the clock there. We did that replay to make sure Daniels was out of bounds, which he clearly was. It's 2nd down, and Daniels floats it for an incompletion. He's outside the pocket.
He's close, man, trying to get outside that tackle box. That's good for him to be able to burn it and at least save as much time as possible. But trying to throw the quick pass to the right, but you got 2 receivers over there, which is bringing extra defenders, and it gets awfully crowded over there, especially with the high school hash being so tight to the sideline like that.
4-down territory unquestionably. Here's North Oldham with the remnants in this 4th quarter. Stare at 3rd down and long. 3-man rush. Daniels dumps it short. Oh my, McRoberts, I'm not sure he was the intended target, and North may be bailed out.
I don't know if they're going to help him on that one.
I'm not sure exactly who the intended target was, but McRoberts certainly didn't think he was the one, as you'll see on this replay.
Yep. Yeah, so went back to the mesh concept, and the receiver on the drag, end up stopping and sitting down in the zone, but your running back just kind of leaked out, and there was just some uncertainty there.
Blake Dickemore looks like he's going to be flagged with the hit as McRoberts trots off under his own power. And a big infraction looming because that was an incomplete pass on 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, there's been some big calls, big penalty calls, to help some of these offenses, throughout the night, that's for sure. But part of the game, but passing offense for North Oldham's very disjointed right now.
So South Oldham has just 2 huge penalties on this drive, and North Oldham all the way down the field, and certainly a clear 1st down.
Then you're going to walk it off from there for a few more for the 2nd penalty. That's a big pick-me-up there.
Down to the 24-yard line.
Do you think 1st down, take a shot to the end zone, right now, get it out of his hand quick, try to hit it as fast as you can right now. This would definitely be a good chance for it. One thing with South is they've been getting pressure and getting his face even with the 3-man rush. They may not allow it this time, but the last 3.
And another penalty. So the 2nd one of those, this one will yield some penalization yardage. Or will it not? Okay.
North had the first one, so
excuse
then
me.
South, they've traded off. But
1st down and 10. Daniels all the way across the field, and Tompkins going to be ruled incomplete.
You try to go smash concept to the field where you had a flat route, running to the sideline, and then you have the corner route coming up top. He just didn't have time to wait on it, but definitely trying to take that shot to the end zone.
Tompkins been relatively quiet tonight. Schmidt'll certainly been their primary focus in the passing game. Still 1:40 to play as North Oldham inside the 25-yard line. And Daniels chucks it out of bounds. Nice catch. Tompkins comes back to grasp it, and it should net a first down.
Nice job coming out of that route, especially being able to work the sideline too, and they've been able to stop the clock, move the chains. Would have moved anyway, or would have stopped anyway, but still you can rejoin or get yourself to your next call offensively.
Inside the red zone now at the 14-yard line. First down and 10. One receiver, that's Tompkins again on the island at the top.
He got the one-on-one.
There's Daniels. He's trying to find the intended target. That looked like Nesmith came back perhaps to bat that ball away.
That's a great job by that receiver too, going, becoming the defensive back there to try to knock it out of his hand before he intercepted it. He tried to come to an out and up, rolling into the boundary. I know they've done that a few times, this year. And to come up big with Clint Tompkins, or with Luke Tompkins, into the boundary. But they rolled the safety back over the top, didn't give him a chance to throw it. Kind of tough in that situation, too, because you got basically one receiver that you're rolling to, and there are no options off of that if they cover and double.
I didn't see a timeout signaled for either team. So slight delay.
You'll see the back judge. If he holds his hand up, it's within 10 seconds. But
second down at 10 is Daniels.
Again with the wheel route.
And he'd be best served to get out of bounds, and he will, just shy of the 10-yard line.
They're still doing a good job handling the clock. There's still a minute 20, and you still got 2 downs. You still get another first down. So I still think they're in good shape, and still a two-score game, but there's still plenty of time on the clock, to be able to handle if they can get themselves in the end zone with enough time, to still get that onside kick and make something happen.
Mustangs preserving their timeouts, at least for the moment. Third down and a half dozen. Who to the top is Daniels. We're going to try to select one, and a critical fourth down coming up. That was Max Madsen that broke it up.
It's a great job by the defensive back playing into his hip, squeezing Tompkins on that, and trying to go one-on-one. You can't blame North Oldham for going to one of their best receivers and giving him a shot on third down to go up and make a play, but just two athletes, going at it.
Well, now what do you call here, Marty?
You got to pick up this first down. So, they may come back to the same call and run the slot receiver on a 5-yard, 6-yard out, making sure they pick up that first down and work off of the linebackers. They could do it from either side. So I think you have Schmidl inside right here, and then you have
let's make Roberts to his right.
Top.
Fourth and 6 is Daniels.
You got to flip it.
And he's denied. South Oldham apparently going to win this game as Daniels ate it. And a critical defensive stop for South Oldham.
Just unsure which side he was going to work, who he was working off with the route combination that he had. So you could tell the indecision, and then, at least it's fourth down. At least give your guys a chance by tossing it up and somebody goes and gets it. But, definitely don't want to just eat it and turn the ball over, at least that way.
Yeah, like certainly. Schmidl.
It's like baseball watching that third strike, and you got to walk over the dugout.
Right.
Just don't watch it, so that's unfortunate.
First down and 10. South Oldham apparently going to defeat North Oldham for the 10th straight year. And this South Oldham power running game has been a sight to see here tonight in Crestwood. There's Julian Miles to the near side, and Miles darting it back. And Miles from the 11 all the way to the 43-yard line.
That was a great run. Starting out left, and you end up all the way back out to the right sideline. I'm looking at a coach yell out to him about staying in bounds. That's good. That's just coaching to the wire.
Or they always coached.
I'll tell you, wire to wire. I respect it. I do.
It's a gain of 32. Miles, he might be the even money favorite tonight for the most outstanding player tonight for South Oldham. He has been magnificent on the ground.
I wouldn't fight you about it, that's for sure. He has definitely been strong.
But go back to Matt Osborne's fumble recovery. That was a huge play in this game. And
movement.
We got to have another one of those.
Yeah.
A lot of talk this week about North Oldham, and rightfully so. This high-powered offense, and certainly ranked in the top 7 in the media poll in 4A, but South Oldham, on the other hand, just quietly going about their business, lunch pail mentality, and they're going to come out of here with another win.
And if anybody says anything about the physical part of football and, not being able to have it like that, I mean, South Oldham has been physical on both sides of the football, and, it really paid dividends the entire night, even with the turnover. I mean, even with penalties that hurt them early on in a drive.
And you go back to the first drive of this game, they took it 80 yards, no points. They have just been dominant on the ground. And Julian Miles for a few up to the 44. Now North Oldham still has 3 timeouts left. And now they have 2.
That front 5 for South Oldham, those offensive linemen up front, the whole group, I mean, they have really stood the test the entire game of just continuing to push. And those running backs by committee with, all 4 guys, including Arnold as the quarterback, just picking and choosing. It's been strong. It's been great to see, tonight, and to watch them bring that physical part of their game. And really put North Oldham in a position, to have to stand up and prove who they were. And really, it's kind of bit them a little bit, okay, the way they've played and seeing them, get stronger throughout the game.
So take a look at the Dragon upcoming schedule next week at Oldham. We'll see South the next 2 weeks. They open district play versus Anderson coming up on the 27th. And right now, the Dragons on their way to their 10th straight win in this series. And steaming his way for a few more is Julian Miles.
Miles still strong, hard cuts, second level this late in the game.
And the Mustangs will pause play, and it's 3rd down and about 12 or so.
Best right now for North Oldham, you're just trying to get your defensive line and linebackers to strip one out, hopefully, and try to cause something to happen, okay, other than having to just sit on it.
And Miles needing about 5 to 6 yards. Looks like he's going to be just a little bit short. North Oldham still had 1 timeout left.
Bring a little misdirection, continue to show that fullback dive, and then a little misdirection with your slot back coming back the other way. So good job that their linebackers stayed at home, at least to bring up this 4th.
Take a look at the Mustang slate coming up. 2 big road games before they come back home to take on Franklin County. And Jason Frakes talked about the loaded mentality of 4A. Franklin County, one of those teams, and that'll be a true test coming up in a couple of weeks in Goshen.
It gets tougher as the season goes on, and then injuries and experience, everything too, trying to lead up into the playoffs, but still pretty early in the season, a lot to unfold.
4th down and a long 1. And last look, Oldham County was winning at Collins. We'll update the ticker at the conclusion. The Colonels on the verge perhaps of 4-0. So 4th down and short, and Julian Miles, a high punt. Down at the 25-yard line. That's Miles' second punt. The first one was a doozy. It rolled down inside the 2.
That one popped back a little bit, but, still deep in North Oldham territory, but sitting on a 2-possession, 2-score lead.
So the 10th straight win in this series for South Oldham, and perhaps more importantly this season, their 3rd straight win after losing the opener at Anderson, Ohio. This program, they've won the last 3 at home, and they'll take on road opponent next week, of course, arch rival Oldham County in Buckner next Friday. Empty set here for Colin Daniels, who's struggled tonight at times. That's a good pass, though, and Schmidl across for a grab. And perhaps one more play for North Oldham.
Yep.
Or perhaps not with 3 seconds now.
Yeah, he's still running. They didn't even.
And this will be it as Daniels will throw it, caught by
Dugan.
Kingston Dugan, and that's going to wrap things up. And the final score tonight, 23-14, South Oldham. A winner over North Oldham tonight. And really at times in dominant fashion.
I felt so too. I just think they took the wind out of North Oldham's sails, and whether they were a little overconfident, but it definitely didn't go the way a lot of prognosticators thought it would.
Well,
so
hold the phones, guys. Hold the phones. It's not final yet. Kane Sams is out there with the officials. So you can't end the game on a penalty.
Defensive penalty.
And it is unsportsmanlike. So there will be one more play, or will there not? And that'll do it.
Called it.
So 23-14 South Oldham over North Oldham. Congratulations to the Dragons. They're 3-1 on the year. North Oldham suffers their first loss. They'll fall to 3-1. Lots of post-game coverage on the other side of this timeout. You're watching Glycod.com.
Trying to be a responsible citizen and the best recycler you can be, but you just aren't sure what goes where? Google Oldham County Waste Wizard and check out the Wizard search engine. Just type in the name of your mystery item and see what pops up. It will tell you whether it goes in the trash, recycle bin, or donations. It tells you how to discard troublesome items like paint and televisions. Can you believe it even tells you how to get rid of a boat? Oldham County Waste Wizard. Do you believe in magic?
This message funded by Oldham County Solid Waste Management. Looking to ease the stress of running a business? Then count on the accountants at Kelly King & Company. They offer a wide array of services, including taxes, payroll, and bookkeeping, while providing deep analysis and strategic guidance to help you make sound, smart business decisions. Contact Troy in Crestwood at 502-241-5656 or visit them online at kingcpa.net. Kelly King & Company, proudly serving and supporting Oldham County for generations and a dedicated partner to small business.
From tools and equipment to tips on finishing your project, see the helpful folks at Crestwood Hardware, your locally owned Ace Hardware store. Built on more than a century of service, Crestwood Hardware offers Oldham County's best and most convenient selection of products for your home, farm, or garden. Visit Crestwood Hardware at 6536 West Highway 22, phone 502-241-8491. And for rewards when you shop, download the Ace Hardware app.
Time matters, and when you need a fast and easy car wash, try Clementine's. Family owned and open 24 hours a day. Clementine's is a touchless wash that can make your car look as good as new in as little as 3 minutes. Visit them at Kroger Fuel Center at 2010 Highway 53 in LaGrange. Clementine's, a proud supporter of high school athletics and juiced by Thomas Car Wash.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilley in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Crestwood State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilley. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Back live to Crestwood South Oldham. Winners of 10 straight in this series. They trailed at half, Marty 7-6, but really a dominant second half.
I really thought so, too. I mean, when you really get down to it, I mean, South Oldham, just the physical nature of the game, and when you really get down to just true football and, you know, running and blocking and tackling and just being physical and pushing people, you take a lot of things out of play, and they definitely did this and did that tonight and took the wind out of North Oldham's sails and, you know, definitely out pushed them, out physical them. I mean, you name it. Okay, I mean, my hat goes off to them. That's for sure.
Was there a turning point for you in this game?
You know, I just felt like watching their running backs and then just the whole night, the way they called their offensive game. You know, I mean, take the passing game out of it, anything of that nature, but their guys up front, and then just watching what they were doing schematically, you know, to be able to control the game. You know, I just thought they had control of it throughout, in my opinion.
This Mustang offense is so potent, but the formula to beat them was clearly put on display tonight by South Oldham.
For sure, for sure. I mean, just, you know, running the ball, controlling it defensively. I mean, they blitzed when they needed to. You know, they got sacks on a couple of series also by bringing the outside linebacker. Nobody picked them up. They had constant pressure on Daniels, making him move his feet, run around, and a lot of indecisiveness. So they created a lot of that, you know, just by the pure point of their scheme, you know, bringing pressure and offensively being able to control it and keep it on the ground. And, you know, hat goes off to their offensive linemen up front as well because they pushed.
23-16. Check that, 23-14. South Oldham defeats North Oldham. Up next, our State Farm Insurance Agent, Leslie Gilley's most outstanding player. We'll have that for you on the other side from Glycod.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in. Like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut. And the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Glycod on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycod.
Proud supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future. need protection and peace of mind with superior service, contact Jay Hall at Insurance Associates in LaGrange. Choose from their range of policies that cover what you value most, including dozens of top-name insurance companies like Westfield. For more information and a free no-obligation quote, call 502-222-9558. Insurance Associates at 204 West Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Insurance for all areas of your life.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're watching Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Tonight's Most Outstanding Player presented by State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilley. We thank Leslie for all her support over the years with Glycod, a proud community supporter. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You can contact Leslie in LaGrange at 502-384-6184. That's Leslie Gilley in Crestwood. And for North Oldham, pretty apparent, really, both sides with Gray Schmidl for the Mustangs.
Definitely. I mean, you really get to it watching him return the ball. Hard cuts, aggressive. Really seeing the field well, and then at receiver also. Even up to the last catch of the game, over the middle, and trying to get every yard and push for everything he can. But outstanding player as he's been throughout the year in his career.
And then for South Oldham, certainly Julian Miles, I thought was really the difference in the game and his ability to really move the football.
Definitely. I mean, him and that front five, just moving people and allowing him to make the cuts and use his vision to be able to get himself free for big gains and just continuing to first down after first down, and just continue to push and push. So, hat goes off to him as well. He's definitely deserving.
Where do both these teams go from here? So much of the schedule season remains. What are next steps for both these teams?
I think the question with North Oldham, whether 4A or 5A and who plays who, and, but I think just game to game, week to week, and, you test your physical nature, as I keep using that word, but that's what it comes down to. The guys up front, their defensive line really got exposed tonight, got pushed, so trying to develop some depth, whether they're going to stay with 3 D linemen and, 4 linebackers, however they work that. But, they've got to get some depth and, being able to handle that, on both sides of the ball. That's football. As much as, I enjoy throwing the football and, that part of the game, but, when it really comes down to it, if you can't win up front, and it's such a cliche, but if you can't win up front and you can't push and hold the line, it's going to be a long day and definitely a long season.
What about for South Oldham? Certainly they're very strong on defense and at times offensively. What are some things the Mustangs, or the Dragons, can do on offense to get going?
This is really where it exposes who you are. It's one of those games where you find out who you are and you can kind of build from that. But what I saw, and I've spoke about it earlier about the schematics, with their fullback dive, their option off of it, their quarterback keeps. It definitely keeps the pressure off the passing game, because I don't know if they feel as comfortable putting the ball up in the air and, however many receivers they have that they trust or don't trust. But having that running game, especially as you get late in the playoffs or you get closer to the playoffs, that's obviously going to make the determination of the team that you're going to have. And it kind of establishes that mindset that you have. So, those guys up front on both sides of the ball, they were physical. They did what they needed to do. They kept North Oldham off balance, kept pressure on them offensively, and then, South Oldham with their own offense too. They grinded it out and, pushed the line of scrimmage and made things happen. But it does allow you to be able to develop that passing game over time as long as you have that in your back pocket. So, we'll see if a team comes in that's able to make them a little more one-dimensional and take the running game away.
We will step aside, take one more break, be back to wrap things up. South Oldham a winner tonight for the 10th straight time as they defeat North Oldham in this series, 23-14. More in just a moment on Glycod.
Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit operationparent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
From tools and equipment to tips on finishing your project, see the helpful folks at Crestwood Hardware, your locally owned Ace Hardware store. Built on more than a century of service, Crestwood Hardware offers Oldham County's best and most convenient selection of products for your home, farm, or garden. Visit Crestwood Hardware, 6536 West Highway 22, phone 502-241-8491. And for rewards when you shop, download the Ace Hardware app.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Waterson Trail in Louisville.
Trying to be a responsible citizen and the best recycler you can be, but you just aren't sure what goes where? Google Oldham County Waste Wizard and check out the Wizard search engine. Just type in the name of your mystery item and see what pops up. It will tell you whether it goes in the trash, recycle bin, or donations. It tells you how to discard troublesome items like paint and televisions. Can you believe it even tells you how to get rid of a boat? Oldham County Waste Wizard, do you believe in magic?
This message funded by Oldham County Solid Waste Management.
Blinds erect, not just blinds. Blinds erect, not just blinds.
You cannot depend on Oliver's parallel parking.
Hey, you got it, man!
But you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're watching Oldham High School's football on Glycod.
Congratulations to South Oldham. They defeat North Oldham tonight, 23-14. Just received word, 18 penalties in this game.
Well, you look at personal fouls. You look at, extra. It's a rivalry game. You score, we're spinning the ball. We're saying extra stuff. So I felt a lot of stuff went into that, but it didn't feel like there were too many except for early in the game. And actually went against South Oldham for one drive that pushed them back. But, that's part of it, especially getting to a rivalry game. I mean, you look at Louisville and Kentucky. I mean, if you went back and look, you'd get a lot of the same stuff. Everybody's amped up, even more, especially early on. So, it's part of it, but, that's something you just have to deal with.
Both teams 3-1 on the season. Both teams with a lot of promise throughout this regular season as we march in to Week 5 next week. The big one here, South Oldham versus Oldham County. Marty will be in Buckner. We'll also have Male Trinity, Corbin, Douglas, Charlestown, Providence, and then an early start, Tates Creek versus Bryan Station in Lexington.
And always good to see you, Marty. This was a good ball game. I think two teams really can take some positives from this game.
And it's really what I hope to see, coming in to try to figure out, who North Oldham truly was, and then, what kind of personality South Oldham had, as a team, and, what each one of these head coaches are doing with their programs. But 10 straight, from one team, that's hard to do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in anything. So, hat goes off to their program, regardless of who's at the helm. But rivalry games, you got to love it. But 10 straight, wow, that's huge.
Thanks so much for watching us tonight. If you get a chance, please subscribe to our channel and share. We would love to have your support as we continue to bring, or at least try to bring, the best in high school athletics throughout this season. For Marty Lowe, our producer tonight, Steve Bird, Sheeter Artistani, our assistant, and camera operator, Joe O'Million. I'm Chris Labar. Good night from Crestwood. South Oldham defeats North Oldham 23-14 on Glycod. Good night.
From Glycod, this has been Oldham High School's football. Tonight's game was brought to you by Oldham County Solid Waste Management, featuring the Waste Wizard search engine. Anderson Sales and Service, a top choice for homeowners and lawn professionals. Kinzer & Kinzer, delivering clean, comfortable air. State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilly. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. German American Bank, serving our community since 1910. LaGrange Service Center, Mortensen Family Dental, Operation Parent, and Financial Solutions Incorporated.
For schedule information about our upcoming broadcasts, visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from Glycod.